Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Matchday Live right here on the Toon Review with me, myself, Paul, and, of course, Billy Bob. And boy, are we looking forward to this one. It's been 2 weeks since Newcastle United's last game, of course, and this is a big one. It's the FA Cup, fourth round, of course. It's a chance to progress to the next round, and, well, teams are dropping. Teams are dropping. There's been some big scores today, of course, and what a result for Matchday United, of course. At Portman Road, beating Ipswich by 2-1. But this is the one that counts. But as usual, guys, if you do enjoy today's watch along, please do hit the like button. Very important we keep those coming in on the channel. And of course, if you're new to the channel, click the bottom right-hand corner, click the logo, click subscribe, and come and be part of this incredible community on the Toon Review. As we head towards 27,000, you do need to be a subscriber if you want to take part in the chat this evening. So why not become a subscriber anyway? Lots of content, football and Newcastle United right here on the Toon Review. You can become a member if you do so wish by hitting that join button just underneath me and Billy. And of course, as usual, you can donate to the channel if you feel kind enough to do so by hitting the $ at the bottom of the live comments. And of course, that will guarantee your comments to be read out on the channel. Just a quick one. Yesterday's press conference video I have deleted from the channel because of the absolute stinking abuse that I took in the comments after doing that live show. Now, I must admit, I wasn't feeling too grand yesterday. I was a bit poorly. I was a bit stressed out. Everybody knows what's going on with my daughter, etc. So I was a bit stressed. So I was saying it sounded a bit negative, but for people wishing saying things about my illness, saying, oh, you can tell he's got Parkinson's, he's always miserable, it's obviously finishing him off and all of this crap. Nah, not for me. So I took the video down. Look, if we all have different opinions, fair enough, but just put your opinion in the comments. You don't have to be nasty. You don't have to say anything at all about my illness or anything like that. I do this to bring the information to you guys. I'm sorry some people feel like they're that way and saying, oh, your disability's getting worse, Paul. I'm going to another channel and unsubscribe. And what a thing to say. Shame on you, the people that did it. Shame on you. Really, really awful. So I deleted the video because I couldn't be asked to scrap and argue over all the comments. It was pretty pointless. So I just took it down. But look, I was disappointed a little bit what Eddie Howe had to say, but so be it. You know, everybody's not going to be, blowing smoke and roses up everybody's backside about Newcastle all the time. So, whatever opinion we all have opinions. There's no need to bring my illness into it at all. It's quite shocking, to be honest. Really is. Anyway, we have a super chat early doors from 12-man Toon. Evening, everybody. Fairly certain I've got the mumps. I'm looking like Rocky Denny today. Love the content as ever, lads. Ignore the haters and battle on. Cheers, buddy. Mary is a new member. She's got a new username on here now, Queen of Hearts 7. So she's become a new member. And Dr. House, thank you for being a member for 10 months. He says, going 2-0 to the Toon tonight. Love the channel as always, lads. Thank you very, very much. Right. Let's get the teams up, shall we, Billy? Because very interesting for Newcastle United. This is how we line up. Dubravka, Trippier, Share, Botman, Byrne, and the midfield, as usual, Bruno, Longstaff, Miley. But up front, of course, no Miggy Almiron in the squad today. Murphy is back and starts, along with Gordon on the other side and Isak up front. An interesting bench as well there, Billy.
Yes, there is. I mean, no Lascelles on it, so two players that are most linked with going and not in the squad.
Very strange, that, isn't it?
Illness and injury for some coincidental reason. I don't believe a word of it. I think they're both on the way. Young Travis Hearns managed to make the bench after a fairly successful UCL campaign, actually. He played pretty well in the last 3 games. As a midfield player, which he may come on and play at some point, obviously. Joe White's cup tied, so he can't go on the bench. And apart from that, it's another youth, Alex Murphy and Parkinson. So, yeah, there's a bit of maybe he'll try a few kids today. You never know.
Before we go on and talk about, obviously, the two major names that are missing, we'll go with Fulham side. They go with Rodak in goal. Tete, Diop, Ream, Robinson, Lukic, Reed, Andreas, Wilson, Munoz, and Decordova Reed, of course. So a bit of a change to their lineup, Billy.
Yeah, the goal especially. Rodak's not in the same class as Bernd Leno by no stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Ream comes in at centre half to replace Tosin, who we raved about last night on last night's video. Harrison Rat's in. Luke also comes in. Wilson and Muniz also. So there's no kind of Raul Jimenez, no Willian, no Pereira, and no Paulinho either.
I mean, Kearney's on the bench, Willian's on the bench, Raul's on the bench, Raul Jimenez, of course. Tosin, I mean, is Silva bothered about this, do you think? Or is it just because they played during the week, he needs to make some changes?
Well, I guess both could be true, I guess. We don't know. We don't know, do we? But, in 3 days after the Liverpool game, disappointment and what have you, maybe it's giving other players a chance. Maybe they are tired. Who knows? They've had 2 weeks off. You would have thought they'd be so tired as much. Maybe he's just bringing the changes because he wasn't pleased with the performance. We don't know. Yeah.
Now, obviously, 2 names missing, Jamal Lascelles and Miggy Almiron. Of course, Miggy was seen going into the RVI yesterday with Newcastle staff. Now, if that was just for an illness, why is the Newcastle United, why is he sort of sided, in the middle of Newcastle United staff? And why is he going to the RVI? Surely he would go to a private hospital if it was anything, to sort of seriously look at. And then, of course, Jamal Lascelles linked with a move away to Turkey, and he's apparently injured, and Miggy's ill. I'm like you, Billy. I don't believe a word of it. Why come out with that? Because this is the annoying thing. I think Miggy's on his way, and I do think Lascelles is on his way as well. Just say they're not involved in the squad, but making up reasons is a bit silly.
Yeah, it's treating the fans as idiots, I think. I mean, I've got no doubt in my mind, and I may be wrong, but come this time next Thursday, both those players will not be Newcastle United players anymore. Simple as that.
Yeah. Slothy says, can we all just wish Miggy the best of luck at his new club? Thank you for the memories. So Slothy Vlogs obviously thinks he's going. Thank you guys for your nice comments. NUFC Ollie says Miggy ill apparently. Nick says good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Up early for this one, 5:30 a.m. here. Wouldn't miss it. Come on the Toon. Bearded Monster, good evening. Kevin says, Paul, people who've unsubscribed because of that need to go away. They've absolutely won't be missed. Yeah, I know. Turpy says most of us were feeling that way yesterday, Paul. I know, and that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the people on social media who were commenting about it, saying how disappointed they were with these press conferences. I mean, Billy, I know you guys touched on it a little bit last night. What were your feelings on it?
I think part of it was, and just like this announcement tonight, that there's no Miggy and no Lascelles for illness and injury reasons. I think part of it was taking the fans as idiots. Making out he didn't know when Jamal Lascelles' contract was up was bizarre for me. And whether he was kind of saying, I'm not in charge of transfers and I'm not really interested in that kind of thing. Maybe he was. Maybe he was kind of rebelling under the tongue way, if you like. But I don't know. It was a strange press conference. I wasn't completely happy about it.
Yeah, but apparently, I was way over the top. I mean, I'm frustrated like any other fan about the press conferences. They're supposed to give us information, but look, whatever. I'm going to move on from the press conference for my own sanity. Sorry you got abuse in the video chat, Paul. We love your honest rants, Paul. Don't ever stop. Thank you very much. Now, obviously, Billy, we don't see Livramento again today. Is that a disappointment for you, or because let's face it, this back four, apart from the Sunderland victory, ain't done the job. Certainly, Trippier hasn't been at 100%. Dan Burns certainly hasn't been, but he's not playing Livramento. I don't understand. He's one of our best players.
I don't know either. I think it's a case is the 2 weeks rest has come and he's gone back to who he trusts again. Hoping that they've kind of come around with the rest they've had. There's no way on God's earth that Livramento shouldn't be in at left back. Let's be honest, it's better left back than Dan Burn is. And so is Lewis Hall to a certain extent. I mean, today's the time to play on. But at the same time, this is the one competition we can still win. And so he's got to go with what he trusts, I guess. They worked okay at the Stadium of Light. And with the level of side that Fulham put out today, I can't see us losing this game, if I'm perfectly honest. I can't.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I think Fulham have took the foot off the gas with regards to the FA Cup. I don't know whether he wants to shake it up a little bit after losing in midweek. But Fulham are at home, and whatever we think of, it can be a difficult place to go, Craven Cottage. But Billy, if we get an early goal, then I can see us romping this because we've still got quality in that starting 11, haven't we?
Well, yeah. I mean, especially with Isak in the form he's in. I mean, last season we got an early goal there, 1-4-1. Again, there was a red card involved, as there was at St James's. So yeah, it's a place we traditionally do well at. We've done well the past 4 or 5 seasons. Well, times we played there since the championship season where we got beat on the first game of the season. But yeah, I'm really positive about tonight, and I hope they come back from the rest. They're all looking good and quick and able to press.
One thing, Billy Bob. One thing, buddy. The green strip.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah,
this is true. But although it's not linked with the 12:30 kickoff. So maybe,
that's true. Yeah. Look at all those empty seats at Craven Cottage. But
well, good, fair play to them. I mean, they are
absolutely,
and I agree with them. £40 for an FA Cup game is ridiculous. It really is.
Those of you that don't know, a lot of apparently only 50% of tickets have been sold for the home side due to asking for £40 per ticket for this FA Cup tie. So there's a lot of empty seats going to be there at Craven Cottage today. So it's not through bad support, it's through the supporters demonstrating against the ticket prices, which I think is fantastic. So absolutely hats off to the Fulham fans for doing that. Eni Aluko is one of the pundits. Oh dear. Kevin says she'll be crossing the I's and dotting the T's. Yeah.
Well, let's hope she can go through 90 minutes with however long she's on the screen for without making too many mistakes, because she does get hammered, doesn't she, on social media? Yeah. And some of it's kind of deserved, I guess, because she isn't very professional in what she does. But at the end of the day, she's a human being, doesn't deserve the stick, does she?
No. But then again, she the way she speaks to people on but the way she speaks to people on social media, I think she needs to look in the mirror as well at times. Yes. Side reader, thank you for being a member for 4 months, bud. Evening, everyone. Excited for the match. And don't worry about the haters, Paul. Post and ghost. Love the variety in content you guys always provide. Thank you, buddy. Chris Butcher, thank you for your super chat. Screw the haters, Paul. We love you. Stay strong. Dr. House, thank you for your super chat. Screw them, Paul. Some people are idiots. Also, hi, Billy. Think we will sign anyone, lads. Heard Trips is staying, hopefully. Terry Cook, a member for 2 years now. Thank you very much, Terry, for your support. 2 years of membership. Wow. Really looking forward to this match, hoping for a 2-0 win. And Dr. House has sent another super chat saying, Paul, I'm wearing my green Botman shirt right now. Well, hopefully, we'll get some good luck from it. Because, we need to put this away form right, first of all, Billy, don't we? I mean, never mind it being a cup game. It's the away form again that will be getting scrutinised today.
And however, in the cup competitions, apart from the Chelsea game, which we didn't lose, we drew in actual fact, but we were knocked out of the competition. Spits on Steve Bruce there. We've won at Old Trafford and we've won at the Stadium of Light. So the away form in the cup competitions isn't too bad. We didn't lose at PSG, we didn't lose at Milan. So cup tie wise, I think our away form's been pretty good actually. It's just the league form, isn't it? It's been awful.
Yeah. By the way, guys, a big welcome back to Sophia.
Oh, well,
she did put a comment in one of the other shows earlier on in the week. Absolutely great to see Sophia back. I hope you're well, Sophia. We've been worried about you, wondering where you've gone. So it's nice to see you back in the chat. We were thinking, is she poorly or anything like that? But glad to see you back. We've got another new member, and it's Yard Sale. Thank you very much for your membership, Yard Sale, and welcome to the membership club, my friend. And Toonami says, hi, guys. Hope you're all okay. Hi, all Toon fans. How are the lads? I think she says, that's supposed to say Miggy was seen going at the RBI with a member of the Toonami staff yesterday afternoon. So not surprised he's out. I hope he gets well. Yeah. Do you think it was for a medical, Billy? Which is still very strange, because if it was a medical, why is he going for a medical in a public hospital when he could have gone into a private one? That's the one. That's the kind of thing that I'm a little stuck at.
Well, it could have been medical. I don't know if you need vaccination jabs to go into Saudi Arabia. It could have been anything, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I mean, we don't know.
You can get vax from your GP surgery, but I mean, it just seems all a bit weird.
Yes, especially to be spotted as well, to do it publicly. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see him play for Newcastle. I don't think the number 24 shirt will be used by Paraguay for a while at Newcastle United.
Lascelles has got a calf injury according to the official site. Yep. And, I played with some gorillas this morning. So, just crazy, man. Isn't the RVI usually the hospital we do the medicals in? I don't know. I think there's a private hospital we do them in. I think there's a couple of Bupa ones or some. There's one in Washington I know that they've used sometimes as well.
I could do them at the training ground now, can't I, as well?
Yeah. Unless, certain. I mean, look, he may have a medical problem. We may be putting two and two together and getting 5, but it seems very strange right now. What's going on there? Stephen Monaghan, thank you for your super chat, buddy. He says, evening, lads. Trust in the processes. In Eddie, we trust. Great show as always. Thank you, bud. And Graham Ritchie, thank you for your super chat. He says, Paul, don't let the bastards grind you down. Keep expressing your views without fear. I fancy us to win comfortably tonight. How are the lads? Thank you very much. Really kind. Scott's having a pint before the match. Just came in to like the stream. Have a brilliant show, lads. Enjoy your pint. King Hoddle says, where is the miniature Henry? He's on at half-time, King Hoddle. Don't worry.
Henry the 13th, he's put.
Is that the 13th? Is it? Oh, yes, 10 and 3. Yeah, of course it is. Henry the 13th. Bloody hell. Turpy says he isn't going to come out and say, I'm glad they're going, is he? He's going to back his players and keep business to himself and the board. Harvey Burns, press conference, ring any bells. Yeah, you're right, Turpy. He's under no obligation to tell us that they're on the way. But I just think, with this thing about the club wanting to be honest with the fans, let's just be honest. But as I say, he might have a medical problem, which medicals are done at the Nuffield rather than the RVI, says Tom. Miggy was in the RVI a few days ago as well, says Susan. Kenny says there's actually no pictures of Miggy at the RVI. Some troll puts up there seeing him. Everyone, but it was Miggy going at the RVI, Kenny. It wasn't a troll. He was filmed going into the RVI. It was definitely Miggy with staff from Newcastle United. So it wasn't anything made up. Kevin says best Miggy moment was that goal against PSG. Unreal noise and feeling when that hit the onion bag. Susan says be gutted if Miggy goes. He's such a lush player, never stops. I know you're a big fan of him, Susan. People are disgusting. Paul, ignore them. Avina says spot on, Billy. I hate being treated like a muppet constantly by the club. It's interesting because that's not the first time I've heard a fan a little disgruntled like that, Billy, saying, it's kind of the last few days have been back to the old days with no communication from the club and all of us fans guessing. I mean, it's obviously difficult for the club, isn't it, to say something without giving too much away, I guess. Well,
transfer deals can go awry, can't they? I mean, medicals can be failed, prices can be changed, the player might want more wages than what he's originally asked for. So he can't come out and say, well, he could. I guess he could, but he chose not to. I'll say again, I just don't think that Eddie Howe has anything to do with the transfers of the club.
No.
I really don't.
Turpy's got a good point. He says, my main issue with it was him being so frank and open about Joe Linton, but then saying Miggy Wilson and Jamal can stay was a bit weird. He should have applied the same to all the players. And that's what I was getting at yesterday. He said that about Joe Linton, which completely shocked me, Billy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we need to start listening to what Craig Hope says these days because he's right, isn't he? What he said the other day is right. He could have played his last game for the club. But I'm still of the impression that, to get rid of Joe Linton in the summer, you might get 60-70 million for him, but you're going to have to spend 70 million to get a replacement as good, if not, well, even not as good. It's hard to find one that does a job that Joe Linton does. Yep. And then you're going to have to pay him the big wages because £70 million players want big wages. They're not going to come for 40,000 a week. They're going to come for 150 grand a week. So, you're replacing the player and paying them the money that you could have played for Joe Linton and saved all the rigmarole.
That's exactly what I said yesterday morning, Billy, and I got hammered for it. It's common sense. When you say it like that, it is straight common sense. Pay Joe Linton the wages, and then, we don't have to chase another player, pay the money for him, plus possibly more wages to get a player of his ability. It doesn't make any sense. Parrot says Tino must have done something to piss Eddie off. He's clearly the better, sharper player. Dynamic says you weren't that bad yesterday, Paul. It was more the ridiculous chats from fans. Some of them were totally bizarre. Tim says Eddie is a professional technician when it comes to press conferences. He's the dark master. But I mean, look, press conferences, I guess, is set up to give the media and fans information. That is what a press conference is. But they're becoming very stale and very... I mean, I'm just seeing Eddie Howe interviewed now. So, guys, whatever he's saying. Obviously, I can't broadcast it. So if you can let us know in the comments what Eddie's saying in his interview here.
Do you want to listen in?
Sorry?
Do you want to listen in?
If you want to, yeah, absolutely. King Hoddle says, I'm looking at Laura and I can't stop looking. Well, she did a brilliant podcast yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before with young Sophie, the Arsenal podcaster. She's been on the channel before, of course, young Sophie, and she's doing very, very well. And she's met Laura Woods a couple of times, and Laura came on our channel yesterday or the day before, which was really kind of Laura Woods to do, and it was a really good listen. So if you haven't seen it, go over to Sophie's channel and have a look at that, because it was great. It really was. John says keeping trips over Livermore was short-sighted. A few bob and wages saved, but anyhow does have his favourites. Looney Tunes says that is not their strongest team. We should blitz them in the first half. I would hope so. I would really, really hope so. Fulham have players out at AFCON, so I've got a good feeling Newcastle will get the win. There's a few things, isn't it? There's the away form. There's the actual getting a win again. And, of course, the green strip. We could put a few ghosts to bed tonight, well and truly. Absolutely well and truly. Guys, keep subscribing to the channel. If you are new, as you can see, we're on 26,827 subs before the game kicks off. Let's see what we can finish on. Oh, it's just down to 26 now, but let's see what we can finish on tonight as we push towards 27,000. What was he saying, Bill?
Well, he doubled down on the Almiron thing about him. He got took ill on Thursday. He did it with that little smirk he does, and also mentioned the calf injury for the Sal's Minor. Both should be available for the Villa game. He spoke about the attack not being quite as good as it usually is. Hopefully, we can get back to full kind of thing today with it. And he wants to stay in the competition, he said. And freshness shouldn't be an issue. Of course, it shouldn't be an issue. We've had 2 weeks off. Yeah, exactly. We've got another new member in, Garant Thomas. Thank you very much, Garant. Welcome to Members Club. And thank you for your continued support on the channel. Keyboard warriors that hide away and wouldn't have the nerve to say this kind of awful stuff to your face. Well, yeah, I mean, it's typical, isn't it? Ben says, loving the show, fellas, from Florida. We're just seeing the teams lining up in the tunnel, and now we're seeing a very young Newcastle fan with a blonde, slick back hair. I think it's fair to say that. Yeah, it's very revered.
Miggy is still on the party boat on the Thames, apparently, says Kevin. Roughyard Benisian says the RVI has private facilities there as well. I like Coffee says Miggy's gone to find his right foot. Macca says just caught up on the stream, Paul. Ignore all the dumb content moments. True fans of the channel appreciate the work you guys do. Thank you very much. As Fulham now come out, they're just lining up in. Well, is it still called a tunnel coming out of that cottage, Billy? I think the dressing rooms are going to be in the new main stand they've built, aren't they? Eventually.
Well, they've built that stand for donkeys, haven't they?
Yeah. I think it's open. Part of it's open, but I don't think there's any the changing rooms or any facilities are open yet inside the stand. NUFC Shane over there in Australia. Thank you. 2 years and 1 month of membership for Shane. So thank you very much, buddy. Morning, gents. Confident yet nervous at the same time. Isak masterclass incoming.
No, I agree.
Yes. Guys, just to remind you on, please, no spoilers in the chat. I know it's on national TV, so, watch the game and obviously listen to our commentary. It's the simplest way of doing it. But please, no spoilers in the chat until me and Billy have commentated on that particular moment, just so the people that can't watch it on TV and are just listening to us commentating get the full sort of game experience. So no spoilers in the chat, please.
Can I say hello to Logan? Someone's said in the chat, give him a shout out. It was 5 yesterday. Happy birthday, Logan. I had a great day,
yeah,
mate.
I can see it. Charlie Ridgely. Logan, happy birthday. And, of course, you love Billy Bob. There you go. You've had a happy birthday off Billy Bob. So hopefully that's a good little birthday present for you as well. Sophia's wondering if they've mentioned Klopp on the TV yet. Well, I mean, Billy, the whole thing is extraordinary. I mean, newspapers putting posters of Klopp and memorials of Klopp. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's as if the fella's passed away.
The yellow thing was still going on this morning. The yellow bar on Sky Sports News was still on this morning. I don't think the Queen got that when she passed away. You know, It's beyond ridiculous. It's so mawkish. The guy's packing in his job at Liverpool. He'll come back. He'll manage somewhere else at some point. I'm looking to be the England manager.
Well, hey, that's not a bad shout, is it? I mean, would he go to an international job, or does he think he's got unfinished business elsewhere in world football? I mean, look, it's not just England that he could come back to. Of course, he, one of the big guys in Spain, the Madrids of the world and Barca's. Whatever you think about Jurgen Klopp, Billy, he is a world-class manager, isn't he?
That's one of the best, and the style his team's playing. You've got to give him credit. He didn't do it in a negative hoofball way. He's always played football that's really pleasing on the eye.
Yeah.
It'll be a sad miss. I mean, he's a conversation piece, isn't he? We all can't stand him. He's done things that we want to strangle him for. He's a conversation point. We'll miss him, and we'll miss the style of football his teams play. And then Liverpool will certainly miss him. Unlucky.
Well, I mean, look, you'll have to retire the teeth as well, Billy, for now. Which I think they should go to some museum near you. Snow Leopard says, I watched Paul's video yesterday. In my opinion, I thought it was negative, but just my opinion. But you must have been expecting some pushback on different opinions. We're not on. Absolutely. Look, I value different opinions. It's when people start mentioning my illness and stuff like that and get really personal. That's when I've got a problem with it. I don't mind people disagreeing with me and saying, I thought you were a bit negative, Paul. Well, fair enough. But also, give me a reason why. Don't just put, I thought you were negative and leave it at that. What's the point of that? That's not a discussion. Let's just have our different opinions and move on. You know what I mean? It's not bloody difficult. But never mind. We've got the match to look forward to anyway, and we're just the two captains are doing the toss at the moment. Wait to see who kicks off. So Fulham line up with Roddick, Tete, Diop, Ream, Robinson, Reed, Lukic, De Cordova, Reed, Pereira, Wilson, and up front we have Muñoz. He's not a bad player anyway, Muñoz, is he, Billy? He's a decent player.
They've got a decent bench as well, to be fair. So I mean, the bench it's really good, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a very, very strong bench they've got.
But there's no Bernd Leno on the bench. Stephen Bender's their replacement goalkeeper.
Well, let's just hope that we're out of sight before they use the subs. Newcastle lineup: Dubravka, Trippier, Shea, Botman, Byrne, Miley, Gomez, Bruno, of course, Longstaff, and up front we have Gordon left, Murphy right, returning from injury, and of course the great Swede himself, Alexander Isak. Are you worried about the shoulder for Murphy today, Billy, or not?
You're always going to worry about it for the first 2 or 3 games. I think it's natural. Let's just hope it's okay. It goes through. With the pin inside, it should be much stronger. Anyway, about start.
Yeah, we are. It's going to be Isak to kick off. Newcastle kicking from right to left in this first half in the green strip, which I must admit is a little difficult to see.
It is, yeah. But it's in the right thing, mate.
I will do, mate. I'm just getting ready to start the clock, that's all, and then I'll adjust the clock. There we go. We're underway. And poof. There we go. So we are now underway. I don't like that green strip, Billy. I have to say, I hate it.
I think Stats had a point about it crashing the grass, because it definitely does in this game.
Definitely does tonight, but Newcastle almost getting in there. And Fulham a little bit lucky to get away with that, but that's a bad pass which Murphy intercepts, flicks it inside now to Longstaff. Longstaff brought down. Referee says no foul, and there's some tackles flying in here early doors. Players going all over the place, but the referee eventually blows for a Fulham free kick after all that.
Very strange.
I thought Longstaff was fouled there, Billy. I have to say.
It was a definite free kick for me. But it was for a bit there. It resembled a rugby league match, didn't it?
Yeah. Flying in, and we're not even a minute gone into the game yet. But there are the Newcastle United fans in masses, it's fair to say, at Craven Cottage tonight, despite the ridiculous 7 o'clock kickoff, which means, of course, a lot of fans have to stay in London overnight, Billy, which is more expensive. Mr.
Proudlock's there, of course. We've been seen on screen ball accounts a couple of times.
Yeah, he's there with Jenny, his sister, tonight. I think they're staying down there. They can't get a train home by the time the game finishes, of course. Anyway, Fulham are knocking it around at the back yet. And we'll long ball forward. Dan Byrne's under this, but he doesn't get there. And that's not a great touch from Dan Byrne. And Fulham here cutting back inside. But, I mean, a kind of a wasted opportunity there, Billy.
But they could have got around the back there, couldn't they?
Yeah. I mean, Dan Byrne misjudged the ball completely. but we've slowed them down, and now they've had to go all the way back. And again, look at Murphy. Murphy pressing Billy.
Yes, it's great to see, isn't it? He's doing the Mickey role. That's what Mickey does.
Yeah.
But, we're not losing much. Go on, get him there, lad.
Yep. Botman doesn't make the header, but Byrne manages to. That's not a good header. He's had interesting start to this game, shall we say? But it's still very early on, of course, with only 2 minutes gone, and it's back with the Fulham keeper now. Again, pressed this time by Isak. But it's good to see us pressing the goalkeeper, Billy, because that's one thing that you've been highlighting over the last few games, of course, before the break.
And especially one that hasn't played for so long. He may have played Carabao Cup games, but Burnet's number one there. And
Fulham looking dangerous here. Munoz has got a chance and shoots wildly over the bar, but that was a bit dangerous, Billy.
Yeah, they're definitely targeting our left side, aren't they, with Burn, for sure. No doubt about that. Everything's come down his right side so far, and they've got results from it already. And he should have done better with that Munoz, really. His first switch was appalling. His second switch was worse. Yeah,
kind of bobbled up on him when he struck the ball. But Dan Burn there, it was taken way out of position there, Billy. I don't know if you saw that. Longstaff had to cover the left-back position.
Yeah. He's not at the greatest starts, has he? Let's be fair.
No. Fulham look very, very lively, to be fair to them. The 7 changes, but the changes he's made, Fulham, very lively. And a lot of long balls coming down our way at the moment, but do they come again? Shares over there, though, to intercept the ball. Miley kind of getting in the way of Trippier there, and we lose the ball. That's not great. But we do win it back. Good tackle there by Trippier. Miley in there as well. Miley wins the ball. It's all very scrappy, Billy.
Yeah, it is. It's not been a great start for Newcastle United with the ball.
No.
The pressing's been good, but actually ball at feet, we ain't been great.
No, passing's been all over this shop. Fulham have the ball again now coming through the middle. Munoz again, just playing off Botman there. Just looked like he was going to make the run through, but decided to just stay where he was. But Fulham are trying some passing here. Little 1-2s, little intricate players, but we win the ball back. Now, can we get a decent bit of possession here? Bruno now for Newcastle. Oh, he's lost the ball in a very dangerous position there. Took his eye off the ball. Good tackle coming in there, and we get away with that. Fulham are appealing for all sorts, and now it's Anthony Gordon down the left-hand side, breaking away for Newcastle United. Isak makes a good run off to his left. Isak now on the left-hand side, cuts in on his right foot. Still Isak, trying to play it into Murphy, but Fulham manages to get it away.
Oh, unlucky.
It was very, very close. Oh, they've missed it, and a chance for Murphy. Oh, he should have scored. That's a huge miss from Jacob Murphy.
Yep.
Nobody there. Fulham gave the ball away. Murphy is 8 yards out and strikes it straight at the goalkeeper, Billy.
That's Jacob Murphy that we kind of we've become used to, haven't he?
That's a dreadful miss.
He's got the whole goal to aim, and he aimed it straight at the goalkeeper.
Why did he just not put it in the far side? Wow, that is a huge miss.
He's trying to place it in the near post where the goalkeeper's standing. Ridiculous, really, but...
Oh, crazy. Anyway, Anthony Gordon on the ball now. He's thrown to the... Come on, referee! And Gordon stays down injured, but I think he's okay. Just an impact injury there.
Let's give a free
the referee, he wasn't going to, though.
No, he didn't. He at first, no. I think he was going to see if any advantage, but he gave it in the end.
Absolutely. Frantic 5 minutes, Billy.
Let's just say that Murphy probably would be a little bit rusty the time he's been out. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But there you go. The problem, the good thing is, Bill, he's getting in the positions, isn't he? And that's what we want to see from Jacob Murphy.
Yeah.
But he's given the ball away there, trying to play the ball down the line for Miley. Fulham break away. Trippier tried to make a challenge. Couldn't get the ball. That's a lovely ball out the left-hand side, and he just can't keep it in, and we get a goal kick. But again, Fulham knocking it around well there, looking for Robinson down the left-hand side, Billy. And, the target and the flanks definitely, aren't they?
Robinson's got an awful lot of pace, and he'll fancy himself up against Trippier, even with his pace,
Yeah.
So he hasn't got the skills to get past him, but really quick. So, and Dan Bill on this side's, I think most teams target him now, so... Yeah, the flanks is the way to go for him, I think.
Yeah. So we try and play our way out of trouble there, but we win a throw in. Almost level with the penalty area. Trippier will take. He's looking for some movement here. He's not getting a lot of it in front of him, I have to say. And Trippier still got the ball. Somebody move. Isak eventually comes to him, flicks the header on. Nobody there. Played back over the top. And this is Trippier again. He'll let that ball roll out for another throw in. There was nobody moving for that throw in, Billy.
No, there isn't anyone moving this time.
Oh, Bruno, what are you doing? Oh, my goodness me.
Oh, dear.
Wow. He got away with that again. And then Burn gives the ball away and a throw into Newcastle. What are we doing?
I don't think we've been any ball training in the past 2 weeks.
Well, God almighty. I mean,
it's like it's an alien thing on the pitch, isn't it? They've got no idea what to do with it.
Terrible. Twice Bruno's lost the ball there in really bad situations. And again, we're playing out here under real pressure and Fulham win the ball back. That's awful from Burn. And Fulham are going to win a corner. We're all out of the shop at the back, Billy.
If you're going to play up in the back, you don't play it to Dan Burn. You've got two centre halves there who can play the ball. Dan Burn can't.
Yeah.
Poor from Dubravka as well as Burn there, I've got to say.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. We need to calm down when we're in the ball here. It's awful. It's awful right now. Diop's in there for Fulham. Of course, Munoz is in there. It's going to be Andreas to take the corner, wearing a pair of gloves. Chilly night in London, but he takes a short one. It's going to come back to Andreas here. He's going down the line against Gordon, flashes the ball in. Isak is there, gets it away to Bruno. Bruno down the line and will win a throw-in for Newcastle midway through our own half. That was better. But a poor corner that by Fulham. I didn't see what the point of that was, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought they might have put it in the engine room there and get someone go for it height-wise. It didn't make any sense what they were trying to do there.
I mean, they've got some height in there, Billy, with the likes of Diop, who's on the ball now.
Yeah.
Munoz trying to get in front of Botman, but Botman clears away. Isak flicked on for Gordon, just too high for him. Fulham have the ball back again. It's one team in this at the moment. I mean, Newcastle technically have had the best chances, should be one up. But Fulham have had most of the ball in this opening 10 minutes.
I think Fulham will be confident that they'll be just trying to keep 11 men on the pitch. I think if they can keep 11 men on the pitch, they'll feel confident. Yeah.
Of course, they were in the game at St. James's Park. I mean, very different 11, of course. Way back when Jimenez got sent off and the game changed on that. Rachel Pedley, thank you for your super chat. It's my birthday. Everything crossed. It's a good one. Happy birthday. Hope you've had a lovely, lovely day. And thank you for tuning in on your birthday. Ream for Fulham brings it forward. I mean, we're kind of standing off them, Billy. We're not, when they've got the ball, we're letting them have a bit of time on it.
We are indeed, yeah. We're second best to every ball as well. Any 50-50 Fulham are coming out with it. It's concerning so far. I've got to say, the first 10 minutes hasn't been great, despite having a really, really good chance.
Despite us being the team that should be 1-0 up. It's bizarre. Good challenge there from Longstaff, and Fulham will get a throw midway through their own half now. Just looking at Lukic there for Fulham. Of course, a lot of these players that have come in, Billy, will be, pushing for first-team places for Fulham. So they've got a lot to play for, technically.
Yeah, of course they are. They want to play week in, week out. They want to put their hands up in front of the manager. It's like if they can be trusted or not. So yeah, it's a big game for some of these Fulham lads. Yep.
Here's Lewis Miley now for Newcastle. Can we get a bit of possession? Murphy now back to Fabian Schär. Schär to Bruno. Bruno has a look around, see what's around. Oh my goodness me!
Nah, he knows what he's doing.
He does, but God, that was heart in mouth time there. Jesus wept. We're trying to play it out from the back again here, and Botman just settles things down for us. Brings it out. He's looking to see who's in support. Schär was, but then he rolls it to Burn. Burn then goes out wide to Anthony Gordon. Now Gordon to Bruno. Back to Dan Burn. To Botman. To Burn. Newcastle just trying to keep a little bit of possession here. Longstaff now. Turns. Clips it to Anthony Gordon. Oh, that's a nasty one. Again on Anthony Gordon. By Reed, and I thought that was a yellow card there.
House and fucking rat, excuse my language. House and rat. Can't stand him.
Yeah.
Horrible little sprout he is.
Yeah, you mentioned that when Fulham, when he came on a sub, didn't he, for Fulham?
Yeah, I don't like him at all.
That was very late, and the referee didn't even have a word with him.
No.
Staggered by that.
Shocking referee.
Anyway, Botman's on the centre circle now. Again to Dan Burn. Burn pushes it out left to Gordon again. Anthony Gordon on the halfway line cuts in on his right foot. Tete wins the ball back though for Fulham. And this is danger again for Newcastle United. Tete is making the overlap. Good challenge by Anthony Gordon to win the ball back. In comes the cross. A little bit of a sort of wild and woolly hit across that. But here's Deco Dover-Reid now. He's a danger for Fulham if he's on form. Fulham now round about 40 yards from goal. In comes the cross. There's nobody there. Dubravka will collect that. It was way overhit, that cross. But Dubravka patrolling his area well there, Billy.
It was indeed, but it was a poor cross, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And a few people have already mentioned in the chat, Billy, that, you know, it looks like we're already missing the presence of Joe Linton, you know, that physicality of Big Joe. And we definitely are. Long ball played over.
We're going to for the rest of the season, simple as that. You know, he's a massive, massive hole in our team, isn't he?
Absolutely. Robinson deflected off Murphy for a goal kick to Fulham. King Hoddle says, I don't know how well you guys do in London under Eddie Howe. I know you beat us last season.
We beat West Ham. We beat last season. We beat West Ham. We beat Fulham. We beat Palace. We beat Brentford.
Yep.
Pretty well.
Yep.
Don't think we lost in London last season.
No. Bruno does really well there. He was caught late, but managed to get the ball to Longstaff.
Come on,
Longstaff now to Anthony Gordon. The referee seems very, very lenient, certainly early doors with the tackles that are flying in. Longstaff. Byrne makes an overlap. Longstaff saw him, didn't give him it, but now it gives it to Isak, who skips around Diop like he wasn't there. And then lays it to Dan Byrne. Byrne in the box, and we win a corner. No real conviction in that cross from Dan Byrne, to be fair, but he did make the overlap and won us the corner, Billy.
Yeah, it was a good move, actually. Well done by Isak. Nice little bit of skill to get away from Diop. Byrne up the pitch, which was good.
Yeah.
Cross got us a corner. So can we do something from the corner? We've got a lot of height in our team as well. So brilliant bit of play from Isak to get away from Diop.
Certainly was. Guys, please keep subscribing to the channel if you are new. Bottom right-hand corner. Let's see how many we can finish on by the time the stream finishes tonight. How much closer to 27k will we get? Trippier's cross was kind of mishit, Billy, and it avoided everybody and looked like that was going to nestle in the net. Gordon's got it back now about 30 yards out and shoots just wide.
Oh, it was just wide as well. Yeah, it's one of those crosses where you don't know where the ball's actually going. It looked like it was going towards the far corner, when in reality it was going just a little bit up in the air. But
nobody seemed to want to get the ball, Billy, did they? It just floated across the box. We'll see it again here.
Great effort. I mean, Fulham don't look good at the back, I've got to say.
It was Shea who tried to stick his foot out, didn't he, to get a little bit on the... Well, that's a penalty as far as I'm concerned. He's pulled his shirt back. I mean, he's literally ripped his shirt off, Billy.
It was good save from the keeper in the end.
Did you see the shirt pull there?
Yeah, the shirt pull there. I don't know if it should be on. It was on at the one of the games I've seen this weekend.
Oh, Botman, has he been done? Hell no. Slides in and wins it back. Harrison Reed went to try and beat him, spun off him, but he wasn't fooling the big Dutchman there.
Ginger rat.
You don't like him, do you, Billy? You've mentioned that.
I'm not a fan of ginger rats, to be honest.
Well, yeah, good point. There's some Newcastle youngsters with the tops off as well already.
Also, young Jack.
Yeah, most of the Fulham players have gloves on, yet there's Newcastle teenagers or youngsters in the crowd with no tops on.
Well, you've heard the saying, Southern softies.
Oh, man, can't get the ball away from Munoz there. Comes to Tete. Tete's got Longstaff. Well, that's a wonderful cross. Bouncing around in the area. Shea missed it. It hit Trippier. And we get a bit fortunate as we clear the ball. 15 gone at the Craven Cottage. Still goalless. I'm not sure our performance has been very good in the first 15, Billy, but we have had 2 weeks off. So, it might take us 20 or so minutes to get into the game. I'm hoping. Long ball again, aiming for the left-hand side, but over Burns' head. Now,
despite us not starting the game well, we have created 2 pretty good chances. We look dangerous. At least we look dangerous going forward.
Yep. I think their defence is definitely to get at, Billy, without a shadow of a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Which is why we need to give it a go. What did you think of that match in Belgium, Billy, that's going to be replayed because of a dodgy VAR decision?
Well, it opens a massive can of worms, doesn't it?
Ooh, does it not? Does it not?
Well, I think that could see the end of VAR. If matches have been replayed and compensation will have to be paid. I mean, we've got a right to ask for compensation. Oh, dear.
Yeah, we're in trouble here. Fulham into the penalty area. Muniz! Oh, what a save! Dubravka to his right, turns it away. He was wrong-footed initially, but managed to dive off to his right and turn it round the post. I don't think Muniz got a full connection on that, Billy, but that could so easily have nestled.
Yeah, it all started with Bruno losing the ball. I think it was Bruno lost it in a really bad area. Or was it Longstaff? I think it was Longstaff, actually.
Yeah.
Lost it in a really bad area, and they could come through. Shot wasn't hit with full power, absolutely not. But a good save from Dubravka nonetheless.
Full strength as well, a full stretch Dubravka there.
Yes, it was.
Because initially he was going to his left, wasn't he? So he had to adjust. In comes the corner, and it's headed over the bar. And what's the referee giving? Another corner. Definitely aiming for Diop in there. That ball was definitely for him. But again, losing the ball in dangerous positions, Billy, it's doing us no favours at all in this first 20 minutes.
The ball hasn't been our friend so far, I've got to say.
No, in comes the corner again. Isak's got his head to it this time. That will bounce out for a third corner in a row for Fulham. Not making the most of it, Fulham, at the minute, but pressure tells in the end sometimes. But so far, we're holding out. But silly little mistakes outside the penalty area. Need to cut that out. Corner to Fulham again. In it comes. Near post again. Headed away again by Isak. This time it's headed properly away. Reed. In comes the cross again. That's a better one. Good defending by Botman this time. And Newcastle could break here with Isak. Isak's got the engine going, but he's given it away. Oh, dear me. Some of the passing has not been good from the Toon tonight. And Tete's got acres of space here. I don't know where the hell are we? Wilson now for Fulham. Sees the run of Muniz, clips it in. Muniz can't get he can get his foot to it, but he can't control it. And it's out for a goal kick to Newcastle. Billy.
Yeah, the ball just isn't our friend at the minute. I mean, Isak had a simple pass out wide. He chose to go a yard back and misplaced it. I mean, some of the ball play has not been good so far. Some of the running's been good, but yeah, we're looking a bit shaky at the back.
Well, Murphy made a good run there, Billy. He made a brilliant run, and Isak chose not to give it to him. He turned back.
To give him as well, because he had no one in the way. He obviously didn't see him, did he? Yeah,
and we've given it away again. And Ream now for Fulham. Robinson plays it inside to Diop now. Diop will take his time. Lots of space for the big Fulham centre-back. Longstaff comes to him, but in the end, Diop goes back to his goalkeeper. Isak sort of presses him. Long ball down the field. Again, looking for Muniz. Now Longstaff. Sorry, Miley. Bruno. Nice ball inside. Bruno. Lovely ball to Miley down the right-hand side now. Miley to the byline. In comes the cross. Headed away by Reed. Newcastle win a throw-in down by the corner flag. I thought Miley wasn't going to get there initially, Billy. It seemed to take him an age to get to that.
Yeah, it was the first time we've seen a real good passing movement, wasn't it? And good cross came in. Unfortunately, it wasn't to a Newcastle player, but it was in a good area. Yeah, and we've got to throw in because of it. That's what. Oh, referee! Come on!
Dear me, how? And that's going to be a foul against Fabian Schär.
Of course it is.
Muniz has gone down. Leanne Campbell, thank you very much for gifting 5 Toon Review memberships. That is very kind, Leanne. Thank you so much. That is really kind. Yeah, it is a foul, I think. More of a... Well, Fabian Schär is going to be booked for that. That's unbelievable. I'm sorry, but if you're going to book him for that, why weren't the other... That's piss poor. That is really piss poor from the referee. But then again, what do we expect this season?
Jared Gillett's a piss poor referee, isn't he? Let's be perfect.
Oh, he's terrible. Well, we've had issues with him in this season already, Billy, to be fair.
Yeah.
But this is a dangerous position. 20 and a half minutes gone. 0-0 still at Craven Cottage. It ain't been good, folks, I have to say. Although we have probably had the best chance of the game with Jacob Murphy, who, rustily hit it against the goalkeeper instead of really having the whole of the open goal. Decide to play it off the keeper's arm and out for a corner. But anyway, hopefully we're just warming up. In comes the corner the free kick. It's a beauty, and somehow nobody gets a touch on it. It's still available, though. Reed clips it back towards Diop. Diop's flick on. Botman volleys it away. How did anyone not get a touch on that free kick, Billy? It was crying for someone to put that in there.
Terrific delivery, wasn't it? And it was more luck than judgment that we're not one down there, I've got to say. It was a fantastic free kick. Really curved into a really good area for Fulham.
Weirdly enough, Billy, it was 2 Newcastle boots that went to get the ball, to try and get a touch on the ball. I mean, you're the Fulham manager there. You're furious that nobody's got a touch on that. Tete ball down the line. That's offside against Harrison Reed. And Dan Burn will get the ball and we will get on with it. Ollie's saying that's a blatant yellow card. Well, yeah, but Gordon was sliced in half twice in 5 minutes and never got spoken to. Oh, again, back to Dubravka. Muniz chasing that one down. He's been a handful so far, that centre forward for Fulham, hasn't he?
Yes,
Long ball again from Fabian Schär is an absolute stinker. And Fulham regain the ball again. Wilson for Fulham. I mean, they're just finding pockets of space here. And again, we lose the ball. Tete now just to the right-hand side of the area, clips it in. And it was Miley that got back. Now, can we... Oh, Bruno, that's terrible. Straight to Diop.
Really,
what is going on?
This looks like a side that aren't at it today. This looks like a side that are disjointed.
That is terrible.
Dare I say, it looks like a side where things ain't quite right.
I mean, it's only 2 weeks off, Billy. You know what I mean? We shouldn't... The professional footballers at the end of the day, 2 weeks off. I mean, there shouldn't be any rust or anything, surely.
I'm sure the issues are deeper than that.
And Fulham have made 7 changes from the side that played in midweek, so it's not like, they're going to be tired. They've got... Oh, well, let's just see. I mean, it's still a long way to go in this game, but my God, we ain't been at the races so far. Scher's got the ball in his own half now, looking for somebody to make a run. Clips it forward. Isak's found a little bit of space here. Brings the ball down. Nice control by the big man. Isak plays it out to the left-hand side to Dan Burn, just over the halfway line. He now uses Anthony Gordon. We need to see him get in the game a bit more. I mean, he's been sliced down twice, but now that's better from Newcastle. Trippier moving down the right-hand side now. Long ball towards the back post where Anthony Gordon is, but the keeper comes out and claims that very, very comfortably. Anthony Gordon puts his arm up to say, nice attempt from Trips. But again, it results in Fulham having the ball, and Tim Ream will bring it away for the London side now. Inside to Andreas, he plays it to Diop. Diop will just, again, steady the ship. Lots of time and space for Diop. Plays it across to Ream. Ream's got Robinson on the left-hand side. Decides not to use him. Brings it towards the halfway line. Then decides to give it to Robinson. Into the Newcastle half. Back to Ream now. Fulham again keeping a hold of the ball before they see somebody making a run. That's a great ball across to Wilson on the right-hand side. He's got Tete on the overlap. Wilson then goes again, and Gordon sticks with him. Oh! Fulham win the ball back again, and they've got a corner out of it, but that's dreadful from Newcastle.
Was it Dan Burn there?
Yeah.
Weakest
piss. He's nutmegged there. This one here, Anthony Gordon had to be careful there. My goodness. Anyway. And then Dan Burn, I don't know what he was doing, but it sort of goes for a corner. Fulham think they've got a free kick. I don't think so, pal. Get it to the corner flag.
That's a penalty, don't you?
Well, exactly, yeah.
You knobhead.
25 gone at Craven Cottage, still goalless, but it's simply been awful from Newcastle United so far in this first half. But as we said a couple of minutes ago, a long way to go yet. Andreas with the corner for Fulham. This time does go long towards the back post. It's well read. Excellently read by Fabian Schär, who's going on a great tackle by Robinson, or else Schär got there. He was on one of those another blistering runs down the pitch. Just tried to clip it over the Fulham left back, but to be fair, Robinson, that was a really, really good tackle. Newcastle have a throw now midway through their own half with Kieran Trippier.
Again, who's he thrown it to?
Well, it's back with Fabian Schär by the corner flag now. He launches one forward and to absolutely nobody again. And the goalkeeper has all the time in London to clear the ball forward again for Fulham. Won again by Schär, but again it finds a Fulham foot. I mean, Fulham are playing some good stuff here, but we're allowing them to by giving them the ball so much.
There's no intensity, no desires. It's the same old show. The Premier League away forms convert to the FA Cup here. Is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, long ball
no
towards
press, no urgency.
Well, that should have been a Newcastle throw there. Come on.
Of course it is. Of course
wow.
It's a Newcastle throw.
What
That is
on earth is
ridiculous.
that?
That is absolutely
Dear
ridiculous.
me.
If the linesman can't see that, then he needs to get Specsavers. That's ridiculous.
I mean, it begs the question, Billy, what have we been doing for 2 weeks? You know, questions have got to be asked here after this first half performance. I mean, look at Tete holding off. What is Longstaff doing there?
Feeble, just feeble, isn't it?
It's so
He
weak.
could get back and win the game, and then he'd give a foul away.
Now Wilson for Fulham. Inside to Andreas again. He will then play it right for Reed. He's not going to keep that in, though. It's overhit and out for a Newcastle throw. What the hell is going on here?
Not been the greatest first 27 minutes of the game. It's been, well, just as if the ball they don't know what a ball is. They haven't got a clue how to control it, how to pass it. The desire and urgency certainly isn't there. With second best to everything, really. And yet we could have been one up. We should have been one up.
And again, Longstaff slow on the ball and loses the Fulham throw.
How's that their ball again?
I think it came off Longstaff last, Billy, that one. I'll give them that. But this is we're just all out of the shop here. I mean, you know.
There's no semblance to what we're doing. There's no style. There's no, looks like they don't know what they're doing. Certain players are playing out of position and don't know what they're doing there.
Which is weird because they've been there all season for nearly 2 years, some of these players.
What's Dunburn doing? Has he got Dot Mines on?
Wow.
I'm not sure he's got his boots in the right feet, I've got to say.
Guys, I'm sorry if my internet's going a bit funny and I'm looking a bit blurry at times. It's just they are doing internet work in my street, so I do apologise for that. But as long as you can still see and hear me, that is fine. Again, Trippier's having to come all the way back to get that ball.
That's a poor pass, isn't it?
And again, he's played it back inside.
We're going to get caught out playing the ball back to Dubravka because that's not his game, is it? Playing with his feet.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He's
no
not Addison or Edison. He's going to get caught out at some point. I guarantee it. It might not be tonight. It might be late in the season, but
Bruno hits a right-hand cross field towards Murphy, who simply hasn't had a touch in the game apart from one shot, which he should have scored from. But he's not been in the game at all, Billy.
No, Robinson's got him in his pocket, really, hasn't he?
Yep. Eddie Howe making some notes into his notebook. How about taking Dan Burn off and giving Lewis Hall a chance at left back, matey? Or even Livramento for that matter. Jesus. I mean, it's as bad as it gets so far, this. I mean, again, there's two Newcastle players going for one ball, and yet the Fulham man gets there. That's headed into the box and cleared away by Ream for Fulham. Dan Burn now on the halfway line.
At our best, we could be putting 5 or 6 past these.
Yep, that's a nice ball by Dan Burn, but great play by Diop to get the ball off Anthony Gordon, and Fulham break away again. Burn falls over, but luckily enough, Botman is there to cover. Botman falls to the floor, free kick. Why? There was nobody near Dan Burn, and he fell over.
I'm not sure if he's not Bambi on ice. It's been a shocking show for the first half an hour from Big Dan Burn, hasn't it? Good Lord.
Billy,
and people think we get on at him.
Billy, I'm just going to change my internet over, mate.
Okay.
That's why it's looking dodgy.
Don't carry on him. Fabian Schär has the ball. He plays it wide for Kieran Trippier on the halfway line. Kieran Trippier plays a ball in behind the defence, cut out by Robinson. Doesn't keep it. It'll be a throw to Newcastle. About 10 yards short of the Fulham penalty area on the right-hand side. Ball thrown in quickly towards Isak. Cuts out by Ream. Clears it away. Heading by Miley. Looking for Gordon. Comes off his chest. Well in from Longstaff there. Actually, it's Miley that wins the ball. Gordon wins the ball there. That's never a free kick in the month of Sundays. Absolute nonsense.
You know what it is, Billy?
It's a 50-50 challenge.
It's just stupid, man. It's just there's no direction here, Billy. There's no guidance. It doesn't look like we're talking to each other. We're just all over the place right now.
There's no style. There's no semblance.
Longstaff wins it now. Murphy clips. Almost fed it into Isak. It was a good idea. Muniz gets the ball, fell over, but he still manages to retain possession for Fulham and gets it to. This is Robinson now.
Longstaff and Miley have swapped, incidentally.
It looks like they have, yeah. That's a better tackle from Bruno. Isak into the box. Great skill from the Swede. All the way to the byline, and he runs it out to play at the last second.
Ball. Cross the frigging ball, Alex.
And could he have done better there, Billy?
He could have crossed it. Of course he could have. He's trying to do too much on himself there.
Skips round Ream. There, plate there. Bruno's there.
He can play to the far post, tap in for Gordon. Look how free Gordon is.
Bruno's just behind him as well. But look at Gordon
here now,
there.
right in front, right there, look.
Oh, wow. He did so well as well to beat Tim Ream. But again, Dan Burn is caught out, and this time Cher comes across and wins the ball, throw into Dan Burn's just all over the place, Billy. And if we can see that, surely Eddie Howe does.
Well, does he?
He's had a dreadful first half.
He looks like he's got weights in his boots. He looks like he's running in treacle. He's positionally unstable. He can't stay on his feet most of the time. You know,
one of the best players we've got in the start, Livramento, sitting on his. I don't, for this guy, I don't get it. I'm sorry. You have to question Eddie Howe's thinking. When you see Dan Burn play as bad as this, and let's be fair, he hasn't been great the last games he's played. Fulham again now with Wilson cutting into the middle of the field. Loads of space on the left-hand side now for Robinson. Trippier comes out to meet him. Played down the line to Cordova-Reid. Clips it in. Muniz turns! And just wide of the post. I think it was deflected. And it's crept just wide, Billy. And again, we could have been one down.
We've got away with one there because, Trippier went out to cover. No one covered behind him. And the ball came to Muniz. Good defending from Botman, actually, to make sure the ball didn't get on target. But
I think if it was on target, Billy, I don't think Dubravka was getting there.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. Got away with one there, but good defending from Big Sven.
Yeah, absolutely.
He looks a real threat, Muniz, I've got to say.
In comes the corner again and headed away. That's going to be goal kick by the looks of things. But he's certainly a handful, Muniz, as it looks like Botman's Cher's took a knock here. Or no, it's Trippier. Looks to be okay, though. Muniz went and shook his hand there. Good sportsmanship from him. But
it's clear that the danger man is Isak. I mean, he's caused them all sorts of trouble when he gets the ball. But we've got to feed him more. We've got to get into the game more. Bruno's got to get into the game. It's hardly been seen.
And again, Burns' pass there put Bruno in serious trouble.
He did.
Len Simmons, thank you for your super chat. He says, Paul, why aren't you watching ITV4? You wouldn't have to worry about Wi-Fi. I am watching ITV4, mate. It's my other screen with OBS and StreamYard that are going through the internet that wasn't connecting properly. Nothing to do with the TV, buddy. And there's Burn again. So late into that tackle. Listen, I give up with this guy, Billy. This is shambolic.
I'm not sure that was Burns' fault. I think it was a poor pass, actually, from Bruno. It was a poor pass from Bruno.
Listen, it's just rotten. It's shite at the minute, Billy. There's no other word that you can use for this.
It was a really poor pass from Bruno. If Dan Burn hasn't got a book for that, he should have done, probably. But I think he's played in trouble.
Wilson may have done his shoulder here. It doesn't look good.
No.
Although he's not, I don't think he's called for the physio yet. I think
look at Pereira, trying to get Burn books. Look at Man United old tactics. He's, he used to play it.
Well, Pereira will not.
And Silva as well. Look at Silva.
I mean, there's two Fulham players already should have been booked. So I don't know what he's talking about there. It was a hospital pass. Yeah, when I've seen the replay, it was a hospital pass from Bruno. But Dan Burns just so slow, man.
All the more reason you should give him them sort of passes, though, isn't it?
Well, that's a very good point. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Anyway, it's going to be another free kick to Fulham, who have practically dominated this first half, unfortunately for us. Fortunately, though, they haven't put the ball in the net. They do have a free kick in a very dangerous place again here. Newcastle have a line across the 18-yard box. In it comes to the back post, bouncing around and somehow misses everybody again. And that will go. No, Trippier keeps it in. I think he was, it must have been going for a Fulham throw, but to Cordova-Reid now. I think you leave this to Robinson to take the throw in. Robinson may go long with this one. He doesn't. He goes back to Ream. Touch. Newcastle now trying to push out and pressure Fulham. And indeed, it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Played out to Diop now. Diop pressured by Isak up to Tete. Tete spins around Anthony Gordon, clips it down the line, but that's gone out for a throw into Newcastle. Wilson's in trouble here, Billy. Harry Wilson's down, his shoulder's knackered.
Yeah.
I think it was it wasn't so much the foul, it was the fall on his shoulder, wasn't it? He fell on his left shoulder quite heavily.
Well, I wonder if they'll bring Willian on because I mean Dan Burn won't be.
Oh dear God.
It's a yellow card. That it's not really Burn's fault. It's the awful.
No, but it should have been a yellow card.
It's the yellow card all day long.
Yep. I mean, it might not be his shoulder. It could be the sort of muscles around the shoulder, Billy, because he did put his left arm out to soften his landing, didn't he? And that's where.
Well, it's gone down twice. They should be taking him off now. Surely they can't keep him on now.
Well, they've got a very strong bench for them tonight, so I don't think they'll be too worried about having to change it. The players that they do have available. He's receiving treatment down by the touchline. It is going to be a Newcastle United throw, which Dan Burn will take. And plays back underway now. Miley to Burn. Burn plays it back to Sven Botman. Botman across the field into the middle of the park now for Cher. Plays it out to the right to Jacob Murphy. Kieran Trippier's took that weird position up again, Billy.
Yeah.
Ball clipped over the top now. Diop gets there, wins the header, and Fulham have the ball back. Robinson. Oh, he's tried to take a dodgy touch there. Longstaff's done really well and wins the corner. Good work from Sean Longstaff there to win that ball back. But again, that's sloppy from Fulham. And really, both teams have done the same thing in this first half, Billy.
They're very poor at the back. I've got to say, we can get at them. But unfortunately, this side looks to me like a team that there's no competition for the places.
Yeah. It's very, very lazy. EH, thank you for your super chat. Why is Burn playing over Tino? He's dreadful. Ball to the back post. Bouncing around in the Fulham penalty area. It's scrambling around. Shot in! And Newcastle score! Through Sean Longstaff. Left-footed into the bottom corner. And we don't in hell deserve it. But who gives a toss? It's time to grab your granny because it's bingo time! I think Fulham are trying to say there was a handball in there by Bruno, Billy.
Yeah, they're trying, but there's no VAR, so tough shit for them. Yeah, it's a fantastic finish from Sean Longstaff.
A wonderful finish from Sean. And Newcastle United have the lead. I mean, it's a handball by Bruno. To be honest, I'm not sure Bruno knew much about it, but who gives a damn? It's in the back of the net. What's going on here?
Jared Gillett, they didn't see it. There's no VAR, apparently. So what? Where's the VAR?
He's talking to VAR, Billy.
Someone said in the chat, there's no VAR, so there is VAR.
Because there was a Sheffield United against Brighton today. The Premier League grounds will have VAR. It's the FA Cup that will play. That will have VAR.
Yeah. I mean, Harry Wilson's back on holding his shoulder again. It's a terrific finish. The referee now. And the goal is given. And Newcastle United are indeed in the lead. Sean Longstaff has taken the goal really well into the bottom corner. And the Toon Army lead. And hopefully that settles us down, Billy. Yeah, I mean, as I said all along, the Fulham back four looked shocking, especially from set pieces. A big melee in the box there. Came to Sean Longstaff, volleyed it with his right foot to the corner. Fantastic finish. Looks a much better player than right hand side, as I've always said. But yeah, hopefully it's all kind of kicks in some gear. And we don't sit back and try and defend for the next 60 minutes.
Absolutely. Oh, if we do that against Fulham, that's embarrassing, Billy. Anoy, thank you very much for your super chat. Much appreciated. Nervous game. We needed something to go our way, and it has gone our way. Now, will that give us the confidence boost we need, Billy?
Well, we've been playing so badly, and we're still 1 up, and should have been 2 up, really. I mean, Murphy should have scored.
Yeah,
it's got to give you a confidence boost.
Yeah. Stop the spoilers, please, everybody. I don't know why you want to do that, so please stop. Newcastle win the ball back now with Murphy on the right. Murphy holding off Robinson, but Robinson does well to win the ball back. Longstaff, well, that's not a foul. I'm sorry. I think it was Bruno, actually, that committed the foul there, but they got away with one Fulham there.
Absolute nonsense.
Sean took that really well on his left foot, Billy.
That's a fantastic finish, wasn't it? And let's see if it is handball or not.
Nah, Bruno's arms along. It's on his side, Billy. There's nothing he can do about that.
Because it is a great, terrific finish, though, isn't it? It really is.
It is. And it's about time. But Newcastle now seeing a bit more of the ball since the goal.
Well, the press is on now. The press is on. The press is on. They've just won the ball back. The press is on, and now we can we're looking like a different side all of a sudden.
Miley. George, thank you very much for your super chat. Bruno was too close for a handball. Yeah, you're right, George. And now Longstaff again in the middle of the park. 3 Fulham players come over to him, but he spun away from them and did really well there, Longstaff.
You don't give a free kick, ref.
No, definitely not.
Just get him kicking to shit.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely. Nice play by Bruno. Isak's looked very lively when he's had the ball, apart from his passing, which has been slightly dreadful. That's out as well. A throw in for Fulham. He's took some players on, Billy, but the passes he's made have been dreadful.
I mean, Gordon did really well to get to that, really. But,
yeah, a long way to get to it as well, yeah.
Shocking pass.
Fulham give it away again. Miley, nice touch in for Gordon. But Gordon crowded out. But Miley does well to win the ball back, and that's a throw to Fulham on the halfway line.
Yeah, Miley looks much better on the left-hand side than what Longstaff did.
100%.
And Longstaff's getting into the game now. I mean, he's putting himself about. Fantastic goal also. Yeah, that's what he wants from Sean Longstaff, isn't it? That's what he's in the scene for. He's a good player when he's on his form, no doubt about it.
100%. Ream has the ball for Fulham across the field. A couple of minutes to half time. I have a feeling there'll be probably 2 or 3 additional minutes at the end of the first half. Fulham will be desperate to try and get back on level terms. Tete now down towards Harry Wilson. Wilson spins back. Good work by Dan Burn. Played away from, that's superb from Bruno. And he's got space now. Bruno outside of the right foot. See what he's trying to do. He's trying to play Isak in, Billy.
Should have put Murphy in. He was trying to do the killer ball in one go there. Didn't have to do that.
Yep. Did really well initially to make the space for himself as well to break away. Ream for Fulham to Robinson. Back to Ream. Dangerous place to play around with the ball, that.
Yeah, I mean, caught out a couple of times, haven't they? At the back.
It's Bruno doing the press now on the goalkeeper. Tete heads it forward. Dan Burn now stands on the ball but manages to get away with that. But Burn is pressured here. Dan Burn is under real pressure. What's he going to... He's done well so far and did really well in the end, getting the ball clear to Bruno, who flicks it on, looking for Gordon, but good work from Diop to win it back. Diop now plays it in. That's a lovely touch by Muniz. Harry Wilson's got away. Now, here he is down the right-hand side. Chance to cross the ball. Goes back to Tete. Tete's ball into the box. Muniz gets a header on it. Dubravka is out and claims the ball, and we now will settle down again. 1 minute to go to half-time, or to see how many minutes are added on. I mean, I think Muniz should have... I think he looked like he was going for goal there, Billy, with that header. Probably should have teammate in.
Yeah, it wasn't great for Muniz, that, but he has looked dangerous, I've got to say. He's a handful, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Gordon now back to Sean Longstaff. Longstaff out to the right-hand side now to Trippier. Trippier's first-time ball in for Alexander Isak. Did brilliantly there. Was Murphy offside? I'm not sure, but he's in on goal. Jacob Murphy smashes it home, but I think he's offside.
You should have done that the first time, Eddie. You should have done that the first time you had the chance.
Yeah, calm down, lad. It's offside. The Newcastle fans going nuts, but it is offside.
He's way offside.
Yeah, he's 2 yards offside. I mean, that was an awesome finish. Why didn't he just do that in the first 5 minutes?
Well, exactly.
Into that corner, just drill it. I mean, he's miles offside. I mean, there's no point even doing a VAR check. Gordon Bennett. Yeah. Miles offside.
If he'd just done that the first time had the chance, like you say.
Yeah.
No one stopping them. It was a terrific finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Fulham are making a change. 3 minutes of additional time, by the way, at the end of the first half. Willian's come on for Harry Wilson.
Amazed they haven't done that 10 minutes ago when he went down originally. Ridiculous management.
And then wait till added time in the first half to take him off. I mean,
wait till he scored, and then, like you say, wait till added time.
That's a shocker for Fulham, that. Ream plays a nice ball out to Tete on the right-hand side. Deco Dover Reed's gone onto the right-hand side, and Willian out to the left, Billy.
Yeah.
As Fulham try and get an equaliser before half-time. It would get their confidence up, but if we can hang on, given the first half we've had, Muniz, great tackle share. Just got a foot in there. That's not where to play fancy back heels, Anthony Gordon. We're in trouble again here. Tete breaks forward. He's got the acres of space here. Drives it across, and Trippier does well to touch it away for a corner. And again, some silly defending, loses the ball. What a ball in that is by Tete, Billy. It just
But I mean,
Itching for somebody.
That's not the first time one of our players has done something stupid, trying to do fancy flicks in the wrong area of the pitch. I've seen Bruno do it a couple of times. Gordon there, and he could have cost us, but luckily we got away with it. But they do have a corner. The
corner's a stinker, but the header's not great. Bouncing around now just outside our area. Bruno on the press, and it's cleared away right back to the Fulham keeper now. Just over a minute to go in additional time. I mean, this game's not done and dusted by a long shot, Billy.
No, absolutely not.
Burn with a header. He's landed heavily on his back again.
Oh.
That's a nasty one.
Yeah, we know the public he's had with his back as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, Tete didn't really jump for the ball there.
No, he made an arc, I thought. We'll see here.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
He has made an arc. He's made an arc to jump over there.
Yeah. He's made no attempt to jump for the ball. And that's when real serious injuries can happen. Blake, thank you for your super chat. No comment there, but much appreciated, buddy. As Fulham come forward now, the 3 minutes are well and truly... No, we only had 2 minutes, haven't we? Fulham on the break. And he's allowed to walk right into the box, and it's the most awful shot you'll ever see in your life. And he should have done much better than that. But again, they're allowed to walk right through. Nobody challenging him. And I'm staggered that we are 1-0 up here, Billy, going into the break.
Well, we've been dire.
It's been shocking.
Except for little patches of play where we've managed to get on ourselves some chances.
Yeah.
Possibly should be 2 up, really. But, I mean, it's been a really poor first half. As bad as you've seen this season, to be fair.
Yeah, we've been rotten. But the 3 minutes are up, so I assume when Dubravka kicks this ball, it will be half-time.
We might get another 30 seconds because they brought a sub on in during the break, didn't they? But
Isak's look lively for me, Billy, but this is dangerous. Botman's got to get there. Cordova-Reid got there first, but luckily the bounce falls to Trippier and Dubravka hammers it away, and that will do it for the first half at Craven Cottage.
Botman did get a foot to that, to be fair. If they hadn't got a foot to it, they were in.
Yeah, they were in. But the halftime whistle has gone, and somehow, Billy Bob, it is Newcastle United who lead at the breakthrough. Sean Longstaff's fabulous finish with a left foot volley into the bottom corner of the net. Marco Silva will be really disappointed that Fulham haven't got more out of this game so far, but we don't care about that, Billy. The facts of the matter are that Newcastle lead at half-time.
Yeah, we've been second best technically. We've been second best in effort and urgency. We've been second best in most of the balls, and every 50-50 ball has gone Fulham's way. But they've looked wanted at the back at times, Fulham. Yeah. Certainly on from set pieces. Yeah. Certainly when Isak gets the ball. We probably should be 2 up. I mean, they've messed up, and Murphy was gifted a chance. He put it straight at the keeper. And also, the corner came in, and we got a great goal from it. Fantastic finish from Sean Longstaff. But on balance of play, there's no way we should be 1 up, really.
I mean, look, we can talk about the play all we can about giving simple. I mean, Bruno's made 3 or 4 mistakes. Dan Bird's made 3 or 4 mistakes. You know, trying to play silly passes in poor positions, which, you know, on any other day probably would have cost us. But somehow, like we say, that they haven't, and we're winning the game.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, no kind of spatial awareness where they are on the pitch to do these little back flicks and. You know, it's great if they come off, but if they don't, you're in deep doo-doo, and we have been in deep doo-doo 2 or 3 times. Dubravka's stood tall. Trippier's played well. The 2 centre-halves have played well, and they've had to, really, because, you know, they've been coming at us quite a bit, and a lot of it's been down to us giving them the ball and not being first to the ball. So, yeah, it's been a tough watch first half. Yeah, here we are, criticising us, and we're 1 up.
The thing is, I mean, Jacob Murphy's been very, very quiet, but he's had 2... I mean, obviously that was way offside, the one he put in the net. But if he'd only hit it like that in the first 5 minutes and scored that goal when he was clean in, we're comfortable at 2-0, which, you know, the game's
trying to be cocky and try and give him the eyes and put it near post, but it was just a powder puff shot straight into the goalie's arms. It was ridiculous. When he had a second chance to do it, he blasted it with his right foot in the bottom corner. Terrific finish. Unfortunately, he should have done that first time, but Murphy's not been in the game. Robertson's got him in his pocket, to be honest.
Guys, over 1,500 watching. Thank you very much for your support again tonight on Matchday Live. If you are new to the channel, don't forget, click bottom right-hand corner, click that logo, click subscribe, and come and be part of this incredible community on the Toon Review as we head towards 27,000. Let's see how high we can finish tonight. Don't forget, guys, to hit the thumbs up button if you are enjoying the stream, of course, and keep those super chats coming in if you want to donate to the channel by hitting the $sign at the bottom of the live comments. That will guarantee your comment to be read out as well. Keith Truscott, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, Tino on, Dan Burn off. We're not good enough at all. They are targeting that side, Billy. I mean, that's clear for anybody to see.
Every team does now. It's not just a case of Fulham doing it. They've just followed the playbook at the minute. And he's been found wanting on 2 or 3 occasions, 4 occasions, 5 occasions even. He's got better as the half's gone on. To be given credit, he has got a little bit better as the half's gone on. But he could hardly get any worse. I mean, the way he started the first 20 minutes, it was a mistake waiting to happen. And, we kind of rode through it. But he's come into the game a little bit more now. I think the last 5-10 minutes has been a bit more solid, albeit being put under ridiculous pressure from our own play at times.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, a lot of people are asking in the comments, Billy, what on earth is going on after 2 weeks off? What have we been working on to play a first half as bad as that? I know we're winning, but let's be honest, it hasn't been good. And it's a little bit worrying because if we play like that at Villa Park on Tuesday night, we'll get a thumping.
I think I alluded to it earlier. I think it looks like a team playing knowing they've got no competition places. That's what it looks like to me.
Stato joins us now, so we'll find out. Alex, what did you make of the first half?
Weird. Not great. I mean, as expected with Miley and Longstaff in midfield, we know that we're missing something with them too. We've already talked about this, that it's one or the other, not both. We can't both be on the pitch at the same time. Bruno also, he's been okay, but then there's been a lot of weird stuff from him. It looks like he's been out on the lash. I've seen a few comments about that. It reminds me of the blooming movie when, what's his name? Gavin Harris gets subbed off because he's been out the night before. It's just he just needs to calm down a bit and just keep it basic because we need to retain the ball a bit better. We need to have better passing sequences. A couple of nice set pieces though. First one was tidy, and the second one ultimately ended up in the goal. And it's pretty funny because it looks like Bruno's been given the assist for that. So,
I mean, the thing is, Alex, Murphy's been very quiet, but we should be 2-0 up if we're honest. That opportunity, I mean, it was an awful finish. And then when he's through on goal the second time, he's offside, but he buries it. Yeah.
You could also argue that Fulham have been a little bit wasteful. They've had a lot of reasonable opportunities that they've just not had the final ball with. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if I'm trying to be unbiased here and give a fair analysis of it, I think we're fortunate to be up, but well taken by Longstaff. It's the only positive thing he did in that half. So well done. He got a goal. He needs to wake up and do something else though, because we're on the balance of play. If we do another 45 like that, Fulham will score. So we need to improve something.
I mean, the goal was well taken. We're just seeing it again on telly there. I mean, Fulham complained of a handball. I mean, there was no way a deliberate handball in there at all. Bruno's arm's down by his side. It hits his arm. But what a finish by Longstaff on his left foot.
Well, the rules change now, so that's never going to be disallowed. It's got to be the goal scorer. And additionally, it's regardless of the rule, his arm is literally touching his torso. So Dixon's not very much on our side tonight. He keeps chopping and changing his opinion. It's very, very bizarre. But yeah, very, very good finish from Longstaff. Great stuff. He's got it in his locker. It's why we're so frustrated, because sometimes he turns up and he's really technical and he scores goals and then he just doesn't do it for a while. It's in there somewhere.
Stephen Monaghan, thank you for your super chat. He says, I love Eddie, but I have to say his faith in Burn over Tino is testing my loyalty. I mean, Billy...
I agree. I'm very bored of Burn today.
Yeah. I mean, he's just too slow. I mean, he's gonna cost us goals against... if I just said to Billy before you came on there, Alex, if we play like this at Villa Park on Tuesday, they will hammer us.
Oh, imagine Diaby up against, or Bailey up against
Diaby or Bailey against Dan Burn. I mean, it's scary, really scary. And by the way, Alex Sophia's saying hello. She's back on the channel tonight.
Oh, she's alive. Brilliant. We've not seen her for ages.
Yeah. I know.
In terms of a quality striker, by the way,
mm-hmm.
Just what you said about Dan Burn there. I'm not as bothered when it's 1v1. If he's got a bit of time and space and he's positioned correctly, he's not normally too bad. It's when he's got less time to think and it's 2v1 and they just pass it round him. He's not got the speed or the athleticism to just go and do something. He just, the amount of times he slips over as well. Kitman needs to sort him out some new boots, because I'm really bored of him seeing, I'm bored of seeing him on his arse. Just turn and run. He's constantly slipping over.
Well, Billy, you said a few times, didn't you? I think he got his boots on the wrong feet. He was just all over the place.
Yeah, but to be fair to me, as the half progressed, he did get more into it and looked more solid. And actually, it was Bruno's pass that put him in this shit more than actually his mistake. So, just doing the wrong things in the wrong areas of the pitch, little flicks here and there. I think we cut that out and start playing football properly. I think we'll win this game convincingly.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is, Alex, we're 1-0 up. The performance hasn't been good, but sometimes in cup games, it's a sign of a team that is fighting. You don't play so well, but somehow you manage to scrape the result, and so far that's exactly what's happened in the first half.
Yeah, and I think we'll get more opportunities in the second half. I can't see us being, well, I don't want to jinx it, but I can't see us being worse than that. I think we will improve passing and get a bit more of the ball. We had 45% possession, which is a little bit low for us, considering, you'd think we were playing somebody, I mean, no disrespect to Fulham, they're a good side, but you would think we were playing somebody a bit higher up in the table.
But they've made 7 changes as well, Alex. Some of the big hitters are on the bench today.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's kind of unexcusable. We should be more in the game. In terms of control of the game, we haven't really got a lot of it, which is kind of frustrating. But I do think second half, though, with Isak's getting a little bit of a sniff. He's dropping deep. He's actually done okay in build up, retained the ball okay. Gordon looks like he's on one today. Looks like he's up for it. And Isak doesn't tend to need too many chances before it goes correctly and he puts it in the back of the net. So
he's looked very sharp.
of those.
Yeah.
It didn't quite work from the first half, but you give him a few more of them.
Dreadful. His passing's been off. It's been terrible, but the take-ons he's made have been brilliant. But he looks hungry, which is a good sign.
He does. It's just the midfield is lacking at the moment. I can see a few comments in about Eddie Howe and about the squad and about the selection. I mean, that you can see the holes there is midfield, and it's just down to personnel not being available. It really is. You pop Tonali and Joe Linton in there, and we absolutely dominate this game. We've got Sean, who's just sort of walking around shadowing people, and Miley. I mean, he's okay for his age. He's very good for his age, but for this level, he does need a little bit of assistance. He's not going to win games for us on his own. He might do in 5 years, but you can't put all of that on the lad. And then also, as soon as Bruno isn't playing his normal sort of 8 out of 10 plus, it's very noticeable because our midfield just isn't functional at all. The defence are being quite careful to play out from the back. We've been lucky we've not made a mistake. Fulham have made a couple of mistakes, and we should really have punished them for it. It's the midfield, it really is. And I'd like to see Murphy do a little bit more. However,
there's a comment there, Alex. This midfield isn't going to be able to cut it going forward for the rest of the season, though, if we don't sign anyone in the window.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I agree. But what else are we supposed to? Well, what else are we supposed to do? Sign a midfielder, I guess.
Yeah. We do have Willock coming back at some point, I guess. When, I don't know, but
Willock and Anderson, yeah.
Well, Anderson, I mean,
maybe that's the plan: is just hold fire, and then hopefully, I don't want to put weeks on it because whenever we do, it's never right. You just never know. But Willock and Anderson definitely help with this. We'll just have to wait and see what we do. I can't. There's no guarantee that even if we do bring someone in before the window shuts, that it's even going to be a midfielder, especially if with the rumours about Miggy, it might not be a midfielder anyway. So. Might be a wide forward.
What did you make of those two omissions from tonight, Lascelles and Miggy, Alex? I mean, it's strange, isn't it? That as Billy said at the start of the show, it's the two players most likely to move are missing. Miggy with an illness, and obviously Lascelles with a calf injury. Well,
there was the video of him going into the infirmary, wasn't there, on Friday?
Yeah.
Is it what's the one? Is it the Royal Victoria Infirmary?
The RVI, which is an NHS hospital. So I mean, I don't understand that for a start. Normally they use private hospitals, don't they? So it's a strange one.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I think it's suspicious. Everybody online was also kind of giving it the old winky winks in the comments to the club, and. Yeah, even to be fair, even Eddie Howe even before he was interviewed, even before he was asked the question, he immediately said about, yeah, it's good that we've got Murphy in because Miggy's ill. He basically said it out loud before he got asked it, just so he could basically shut it down straight away.
Get it out the way, done and dusted, sod off. Move on to the next question. Right, well, second half, Alex, how do you see it going? Because it's there for us now. We've got the lead, but like we said in first half commentary, be extremely disappointed if we sit back and sort of park the bus against Fulham, especially with 7 changes from Fulham tonight.
I don't think we'll need to park the bus, but they have got energy they could bring on from the bench. You know, they've obviously just brought Willian on, who's going to be able to play 45 minutes and run his socks off. They've got more quality on the bench as well. I mean, unless we improve, I think they will score. If we do another 45 like that, they'll get a goal, 100%. Have we got another goal in us? I also think we have. Yeah, I think we can connect a few more passes. I think Isak might get another few sniffs, and one of them might go in. So summing up what I've just said, maybe a 2 or 3-1, as we've all kind of thought, but anything can happen. So we'll have to wait and see.
Well, the players are back out, Alex. So we'll catch you for your summary at the end of the match, and of course, Billy and Alex will be doing an instant reaction over on Patreon straight after the game. I will be doing one for a recorded video right here on YouTube. So, Alex, we'll catch you at the end of the game, bud.
Oh, I did say Longstaff would score, by the way. So,
yes, you did.
You did.
Right.
Get rid of him before he gloats even more. Matt's, thank you for your super chat. He says, can someone explain the point of Lewis Hall? No, I don't think I can, Matt, to be honest. Unfortunately, I don't see the point of Lewis Hall at the moment. Jazz, thank you for your super chat. Starting Burn makes me think Eddie Howe is clueless. Keith Truscott, member for 16 months. Can see Fulham getting one about the 70th minute mark when the bench comes into play. Well, we're ready for kickoff, Billy. What you predicting?
No, I'm going to say 2-0. I think we'll get another one.
Okay. Let's hopefully that comes to fruition. The referee just making sure his watch is right. Come on. What's the delay here? Everyone's lined up, ready to go. TV's ready, and we're off. Here we go. Let's just get the scoreboard screen back on. There we go. Whatever. How do you say that, Billy? Schizopathic.
Schizopathic, yeah.
Okay. Come on, let's get behind the lads for the second half. Hit that like button, folks, and support this great channel. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Don't think I've missed any more. Nope. Oh. Fulham immediately on the ball.
Come on, Lewis. You should do better there.
Clipped over the top now. Just bounces down again. Fulham breaking into the penalty area, coming down this right-hand side. In comes the cross. Good defending by, I think that's Bruno again. It's so hard to pick players out in this green strip. It's minging.
Poor for me, like that.
It was, yeah. He didn't really, hold that ball very well. Here's Willian to Robinson. Inside again. Andreas to Ream. Ream goes out to the right. What a ball that is. Right outside to De Cordova-Reid now. He's got Tete on an overlap. In comes the cross. It hits the back of Dan Burn. And he heads it straight to De Cordova-Reid. And corner to Fulham. See, Billy, in that situation, why isn't Burn either just heading it out for a throw-in or a corner? Yeah. He heads it straight to De Cordova-Reid.
He hasn't got the, safety first. When you're in that area of the pitch, you just put it out. And then defend the next session of play.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just to head it up in the air back to where it came, it shouldn't be naivety, but it is. He's 32, 33 years of age, for God's sake.
Yeah, poor corner again from Fulham. Reid gives it back to Polinia now. Polinia back to Robinson, who's come right across the other side of the pitch here. De Cordova-Reid now spins away, looks for the through ball, gives it out to the right-hand side again. Diop now in the centre circle to Ream. Back to Diop. Well, it's as you were, Billy. Fulham controlling the game.
Yeah, well, I guess we're quite happy with them to have the ball here.
Mm.
But again, it's that two banks of four and a 5 and a 1.
Mm.
just defending in front, but a bit higher up the pitch than usual. Let's be honest about that. We're not sitting back.
No, definitely not. Robinson brings it forward again, clipped over the top. That's a good ball for De Cordova-Reid. Heads it back. And again, offside there. That's a tight call. What a finish that is by Willian. But the offside flag's up.
Shame.
What a finish that was, Billy.
Terrific finish, wasn't it? But
let's have a look. Is he offside? Oh, he is. It's a good spot by the linesman. Just by the way. But look at that finish.
It's an unbelievable finish, isn't it?
Lucky for us, it was offside. And again, now we're trying to pass out from the back again. Dubravka's under pressure, launches it forward, did well there. Diop, though, on the volley, plays it forward. Muniz, chests it down. Nice bit of play, but again, poor play by Bruno giving the ball away. Robinson picks it up to Ream. Ream out to Willian now on the left-hand side. Willian cuts inside, plays it through. And again, we're just... it's so scrappy. Longstaff, that's a good ball now. Bruno bursting forward. Looks for help. Gets it from Murphy on the right-hand side. Plays it back to Trippier. Trippier now inside to Bruno. Bruno will play it to Fabian Schär. Fulham pressing with two forwards here. Played out again to Fabian Schär, who's got a bit of time to get rid of this. Plays it up to Isak. Isak's got Diop all over him, but Isak does well to get it back to Fabian Schär. I don't think the ball from Schär was that good, Billy. Again,
we're having but at least we're having a bit of a, keep the ball for a while, take the sting out of it. Let's just keep the ball and maneuver ourselves up the pitch.
We've done very well there. Miley,
some good football that.
Tete does well to keep it in. Some good football all round there by both sides.
Yeah.
And it's with Diop now. Plays it forward. Lovely ball into Reid. Plays it out to Paulinho now. Paulinho outside to Robinson. Robinson plays it back across. Oh, it's a heavy touch. And we got away with it there. It was Longstaff again. He's just too slow sometimes when he gets the ball. Well, the referee stopped play here. Fulham have got a man down. Newcastle switched off a little bit there.
Yeah, but there's an injury, thank God.
Yeah, it's Andreas, I think, is down for Fulham.
Is it Muniz?
I think it's Andreas, mate.
Andreas got bleached hair, and he got...
Hello, Paulinho's got bleached hair.
Andres Pereira.
Pereira, that's who I mean, man. Oh,
yeah, I don't think that's not Andreas. Andreas got streaks, shitty streaks. I don't know that is. I don't know who it is. It might be Lukic.
I think, yeah, it could be Lukic. His left knee is looking a little bit swollen there, shall we say, Bill?
Yeah. Not nice, is it?
Well, we've had 5 minutes of the second half, and it's been all Fulham. And certainly, as you were, we're just looking at how he got injured there. Yeah, I think just overstretched. Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
Ooh. That don't look nice, is it?
Oh, God.
Got a hole in his leg.
He's got a hole in his leg, Billy. Connor, thank you for your super chat. He says the most disheartening for Bruno, knowing that there is no impact coming from the bench midfield-wise. Instead, he needs to empty the tank every game.
Fair comment.
I don't see how he plays on with a hole in his knee, Billy. I think that needs medical attention. I mean, I've never seen that before. That looked rather painful.
Yes, it did. Didn't look very nice.
Of course, they do have plenty of options on the bench. I'm pretty sure it's Lukic, isn't it, that's down?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is. And he's going to the sideline, so he's not going off. But he definitely looked like he had a hole in his knee there. I mean, it's not bleeding, obviously, which is a bit strange. Anyway, we're going to play on, and they're not making a decision yet. Robinson will take the throw in for Fulham. And he plays it all the way back to Tim Ream. In turn goes to Diop. Diop, nice ball. Oh, that's again. Burn is caught out completely. Oh. Fulham into the box. Tete plays it across, and it's cleared away by, I think, Fabian Schär. Oh.
But Anthony Gordon's not tracking back either.
No, I have to say that as well, Billy. He wasn't. And well, what's going on here?
Does he want to speak a playback on, does he?
Well, he's on his
can't be sat his arse. So what's the referee going over to him for?
I don't know. Well, he's moving him further off the pitch. Well, he's off the pitch, man, you dilly.
Oh, fucking how namby-pamby do you want to be?
Well, you can't come on yet, mate. You'll have to. He's coming back on. Which fair play to the lad. He's got a hole in his knee, but he's come back on the pitch. That was definitely a hole in his knee, Billy. I wasn't imagining that, was it?
No, it was a stud mark, no doubt about it. But like you say, there's no blood, was there? Maybe it's an old wound.
Possibly. Oh, and again, Fulham win a corner. Chris Butcher, thank you for your super chat, mate. He play like this Tuesday, Villa will destroy us. Yeah. Good tackle that from Burn.
Yeah,
but Fulham have a corner. Fulham's set pieces haven't been great so far, but that's headed away. I think Burn got that one as well.
Yeah, well done.
Absolutely. Played down the line. Suspicion of offside, not given. Cross comes in again, and this time Fabian Schär is there to head it away. Gordon heads it on. Good, strong header from Robinson for Fulham. Isak does well. Nice little touch to Anthony Gordon. Poor ball forward, though, for Murphy. Tried to release him too quickly there, Billy. Murphy hadn't even got on his bike there.
Gordon's not been great today, has he?
No. He looked lively first 10 minutes, but he was wiped out twice in that first 10 minutes, which seems to have rattled him a bit.
Yeah.
Long crossfield ball again, looking for Decordova Reed and finds him. Munoz tries to make the run. Sorry, this is Tete on the ball. Right-footed cross, it's awful. Willian's going to have to be Superman to keep that in. And I believe that's gone for a throw-in right by the corner flag. That's poor from Tete because, again, the Fulham are certainly whipping the balls into the box, but so far they haven't had anybody on the end of it. I mean, Fulham have put some very good crosses in, Billy, from open play, but they haven't had that striker coming in and finishing it.
No, they haven't. They have created, situations where they've looked dangerous, but as you've said, the final ball has been really poor from them. Luckily for us, I guess. And
again, the ball scrambles around. Fulham win it back. Lukic, nice ball in.
Second best every time.
And that's a very poor ball by Muniz and out for a throw into Newcastle. Tete had come a lot further in field there than Muniz thought he was, which, of course, is good for us. Get to slow it down again. 10 minutes gone in this second half, and it's still 1-0 to Newcastle. Goal by Sean Longstaff near half-time in the first half. But the performance itself, not great. And Murphy there takes a heavy touch. He's not been in this game much at all. Now Tete on the right-hand side again. Seems to have acres of space, but this time
Gordon's got to be alive. He's come back eventually, but I mean, he's got to be alive to that.
Yeah, he's got to pick him up, definitely. Fulham having all the possession, but Newcastle holding firm. Tim Ream now, halfway through the Newcastle half, plays it out wide to Robinson. Robinson clips a ball in. Fabian Schär heads away. Lukic, that's nice from Fulham. Reed now out to the other Reed. Tete is on the overlap. Tete to the byline. Can he get a ball in? He does. It hits Dan Burn. The referee says no penalty. Tete is furious. Let's have another look at this. Where are Dan Burn's arms? Oh, no way. That's not a handball in a million years. Burn positioned his arms brilliantly there.
Yeah.
Good defending. Now,
Isak.
Yeah. What a Tete. Oh, that's not great from Isak. Bit of a lackadaisical touch and Fulham play very well out of just got lucky there, Lukic, but he managed to find...
Yeah, but Gordon's got to get back in the game. He's standing there with he's shrugging his shoulders,
Yeah. I mean, Fulham are all over us here, Billy. I mean, there's nothing else we can say. It's attack against defence, yeah.
Yeah, we're allowing them to play where they want and hoping they don't create the killer final ball, which they haven't done so far, but it's a shaky kind of thing to base your football on, isn't it? So it's a foundation made in sand. So,
yep. Here is Jacob Murphy again. A poor ball. That was really his hospital pass for Trippier.
Yeah,
here's Lukic looking to the right hand side again for support, but finds Decordova Reed. He plays it to Diop. Diop brings it forward, plays out to Tete on the right. He was seeing an awful lot of this ball.
Yeah.
Back to Diop. You feel like, Billy, it's a matter of time.
Inevitable.
The way the game's go.
100%. And it's just the inevitability about that they're going to score at some point.
Because Marco Silva will make changes. He will bring on.
We're just sitting back and letting them play, and it's
And again, the ball gets to Tete. Now Decordova-Reid cuts inside, looks for that killer ball. Lukic, lovely little back heel to Muniz. Muniz can't find his man. Murphy gets on his bike. Jacob Murphy is dragged back a little bit by Robinson. I thought that was a foul. Referee advises.
Of course it's a foul.
Yeah, he played advantage because Isak's on a breakaway now, heading towards goal. Isak cuts in on his right. Isak! Good save down to his right. Gordon's a little upset with Isak that he didn't play him in, Billy, but I think it was the right call from the big man.
Yeah, I think it was, But again, we're feeding off scraps here, aren't we, really? It's just waiting for a mistake and feeding off scrap. Yeah, it was straight to keeper.
Easy save for the goalkeeper, to be fair, but that's what we like to see from Isak. Free flowing, running with the ball, taking players on. We know he's got it in his locker. And now we've pinned Fulham in a little bit here. But they float the ball out to Muniz, who takes it down very well to find Willian. Willian gets a bit of space, whips it out to the right-hand side to Tete, who is on his bike again. Tete out to the right-hand side to Decordova-Reid. Tete makes an overlap, but it's played in. Reid's in. Oh, he took it too far. Played across. Good defending eventually by Sven Botman. And we get it away. And now Gordon's on his bike, but he's took a very heavy touch and Fulham back at us again.
Gordon's not right.
Wake the fuck up.
Gordon's not right. Gordon's not right. I just watched him the move before. He had no intention of getting back. He couldn't get back. There's something not right with Anthony Gordon. I'm going to say that now. Yeah,
it's Willian on the ball. We're just giving it away so sloppily. Look at that. Why's Trippier come off Robinson? Played again into the back post this time. Reid to Tete. Tete tries to whip a shot and it's high and wide. But we are all over the goddamn place here. It is rotten.
It is absolutely rotten. It's been we moaned the first half. This is worse. I've got to say, this is worse.
Yeah. I mean, we're being pinned back by practically a Fulham reserve side here, Billy, if we're being honest. 7 changes. We'd have said the same thing if we'd have made 7 changes.
100%. It's been absolutely abhorrent this second half so far.
They need to wake the hell up. Fabian Schär now. Long crossfield ball is a good one to Miley. Miley in a bit of space will send it out left to Anthony Gordon. Gordon now has got Miley on the overlap, but cuts inside, lays it to Bruno. Bruno now on the halfway line for Newcastle. Looks to the right-hand side. Floats a beautiful ball out to Jacob Murphy, who's got an overlap from Trippier. But Murphy plays it inside to Longstaff. Great run. Corner Newcastle. That's much better, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Once we get the ball, we look dangerous, don't we? They don't look very solid at the back themselves, but it's just getting the ball in the first place and keeping hold of it and making the right pass at the right time. In that case, we did. And now we've got a set piece, which, of course, we look dangerous from.
We certainly do. Kieran Trippier will take this corner kick for Newcastle United. Botman in there, Isak in there, Schär's in there. They're all in there. Guys, keep subscribing to the channel, please. Bottom right-hand corner, if you're new and you like what you see, click subscribe. As Newcastle take a 2-0 lead, and it's Dan Burn. It's unbelievable.
Oh, dear me.
I do not know what is going on in this football match, but what is the fact is it's Fulham 0, Newcastle 2. Get your dog off my lawn. It's done a massive dump. Here we go. And it was initial header, I think, from Botman, Billy. It was a great save. It was indeed Botman's header. Great save. And then following it up. Well played, Dan Burn, for following it up. And he lashes it into the back of the net. And it's 2-0 to the Toon.
Yeah, set pieces we've looked really, really dangerous on. They've looked really, really shaky defending them. Fantastic header from Botman. Good save from the keeper. And now it's Dan Burn to lash it in with his left hoof.
This has to be one of the strangest games I've seen in many a moon, Billy. We've been absolutely rank, and it's Fulham 0, Newcastle 2.
Maybe we've got our name on the cup.
Well, you never know. That kind of thing does happen into FA Cup, Billy, doesn't it?
It does. It absolutely does. It's happened countless times over the years.
Yeah. What it does mean now is that Fulham have really got to come at us. They played a long ball there towards Muniz, but... he's been quiet second half, Muniz.
Well, I'll tell you what, Fulham will. They'll be feeling sorry for themselves at this precise moment in time because they've been the better side by a country mile, and yet they're getting beat 2-0.
Yeah. Annoy, thank you for another super chat, matey. That is very kind. Get the F in. Can I breathe now? I'm not so sure. There's still what? half an hour left at least. Another super chat there from Time Lord Boris. Thank you. Best cross of the night. We need him to do more of these. Yeah, it was a brilliant corner right on the head of Botman. It was a brilliant save, to be fair. And but credit to Dan Burn, Billy. He did what he had to do. He made sure he followed it in.
Well, I think it's unfair to say it's like a one-off because Trippier's set pieces not have been absolutely sublime. They've been fantastic. I mean, everyone's caused some kind of hassle, and we've got 2 goals from it. We can't complain.
George, thank you for a super chat. He says the worst Toon player scores, but I don't care. I mean, it's been the worst performance. Burn's been one of the underperformers, and it's all gone in our favour somehow. It's a bizarre game of football. This,
think about Murphy chance. This game could be done just now, couldn't it?
Absolutely, it certainly can. But again, Fulham win the ball back. It's just incredible here. Decordova Reid now for Fulham.
He's offside there.
I thought he was as well. Whipped into the box. Bottom is headed away. Dylan, thank you. Been Dylan Richardson member for 4 months. Thank you, mate. I'm telling you now, it's the green kit. You shit on it, Paul, but I'm telling you, it's blessed. I'm not so sure.
It might be in the cups. It ain't in the league.
Absolutely. Shakuro, thank you for your super chat. Lee Dixon is fuming. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Nice ball out to the right-hand side now again. Tete. He whips the ball high into the air, and Trippier doesn't go for it and sees it out. Great play from Trippier there.
Yeah, he's been outstanding tonight, Trippier, I've got to say. We've criticised a lot of the players, but Trippier, Share and Botman have all been exemplary at the back.
Yep, absolutely. DJ, thank you for your super chat. Getting through is all that matters, but we've looked awful outside of both boxes. Just don't recognise us. We just seem to be Fulham's bogey team.
Pereira's off now. And
Tom Kearney.
Tom Kearney, he's a good player, but he's not quickest, is he? He'll just sit in front of the back four and spray the ball about, which is that's what he does.
Yep, absolutely. Jock Bar, member for 11 months. Thank you, matey. A slow walk to the shop because I thought we ain't that good. And bloody Green Kid comes back in 2 goals up, evening all. I mean, Maidstone at home in the next round would be nice, Billy, if we get there.
Well, their manager's a Newcastle fan, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Cameroonian Newcastle United fan. Who would have thought it?
Dubravka comes out and claims the ball. Long ball down that Fulham's right-hand side again. So coming up to 65 minutes gone, guys. It's Fulham 0, Newcastle United 2 at Craven Cottage. Exactly how, I couldn't tell you. It has been one of the worst displays I've seen in a very long time from Newcastle. However, we're 2-0 up. I don't care. It's the cup, and it's the result that counts.
Again, that back flick again.
Yeah.
Put us in the shit straight away.
Yeah.
Hold the ball up, play it back.
Good work from Dan Burn. I mean, he's made some good tackles tonight, Dan Burn, to be fair.
I said 30 minutes on, he's been okay.
Yeah, and he scored a goal as well. So, it's not all doom and gloom for Dan Burn tonight. I still think he shouldn't be in the side ahead of Livramento, though. But, and I think that goal will probably guarantee him a place in the starting lineup on Tuesday.
Mm.
Anyway, Fulham's throw in. Tete flicks it back to Diop. Diop has to go back to his defensive partner, Ream. Back in his own half here. Good pressing from Isak. Forward now to Muniz. He turns quite well. And Fulham have a man over here on the right-hand side. Here is it Harrison Reid? It is. To Tete. Decordova Reid comes to the edge of the box. Holds off the challenger Bruno. Decordova Reid goes to the byline. He gets a cross in. High. Trippier heads it away. Comes to Robinson on the edge of the box. Robinson's on his right foot, though. Whips it in. And Dubravka's down to his left to gather the ball. But again, it's just now... as you were.
Well, we're defending our box pretty well, and we're just allowed them pot shots from outside the box, which I guess is the way to go at the minute. But I just wish we'd take a bit more control of the ball and use it properly, not just give it away left, right, and centre. And
Miley's pass should have been better there. Isak was clean through.
Yeah, he could have gone through. Like all Gordon and Tete covered both areas and did well, didn't he?
Yeah, Gordon looks knackered.
Well, he's not looked right since he come out the second half, I've got to say.
No.
Maybe that one of the kicks he took in the first half has put him out of the game, but get him off the pitch then. Yeah,
absolutely. 100%. Tete with a throw in for Fulham, coming up to 67 minutes gone. No sign of any changes from Newcastle United right now. And that's played all the way back by Botman to Fabian Schär, who Left foot pass back to Dubravka. Newcastle get back into shape very quickly. Dubravka floats one out to the left-hand side. Byrne manages to keep that in. Miley's up for a header and does really well to get it back to Sven Botman. Botman to Bruno, playing a little 1-2s here. Bruno spins into Longstaff. Nice touch to Bruno and onto Miley. Great football from Newcastle. Miley then down the left for Anthony Gordon now. Gordon running against Tete. Tete backs off. Gordon, he's out to the byline brilliantly. Oh, it's just too high.
Oh,
what a brilliant piece of skill from Anthony Gordon. But I think he did overhit the cross.
Yeah, Rims, if he might have been exaggerated because that was a fantastic bit of play, wasn't it? And
yeah, just tried to clip it over, but he was stretched. It just sort of
Trippier's
came off his
toe, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff. Though that was much better football from Newcastle.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
It started in our own end, Billy, as well.
Yes, it was. It was great play. Miley, Bruno, all involved. Botman.
Yep.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. That's what we want to see more of.
Absolutely. Fulham now have the ball again with Diop to Ream, closed down by Murphy and clipped out to the left-hand side now for Robinson. Robinson holds off two players and manages to get it back to Kearney. Kearney now to Willian. Willian on the left-hand side. Kearney makes a run, but it's clipped in towards Munoz. Takes it down well. Back to Kearney now. Kearney not really pressed in the edge of the box there. Now Willian clips it through, but that was Bruno's ball all day, and he's found Anthony Gordon, and it's a 2-on-2 now. It's Gordon and Isak. It's Gordon. He's gone to beat Diop. He's beaten Diop. Diop's gone sliding in and won the ball.
Great tackle.
Brilliant tackle because he had to get it, Billy. If he didn't get it, penalty.
He did, but I don't think Anthony Gordon really had any kind of inclination about what to do there. You know, Diop did fantastically well there. Superb defended.
I mean, Gordon, it looked like he was trying to check back, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he knew what he wanted to do. I think they blocked the pass off to Isak, so he had to go himself. But yeah, you got to give credit to the defender there. It was a terrific challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is another Newcastle United corner, and amazingly, we have been threatened from set pieces in this game. Miley is taking his place up next to the goalkeeper there. Botman's gone to the far post, Shares at the far post, Burns at the far post. So we've got some very, very tall players at the far post here. Burns made his way inside. Botman then makes his way inside, but it's not a great corner this time and headed away at the near post to Anthony Gordon now.
The first one he's put not really good. But...
Gordon right at the far post. Jacob Murphy left it. He thought it was dropping for Fabian Schär, but now Fulham could break here.
Yeah.
Because Schär's out of position. Willian now. Oh, brilliant defending, Sean Longstaff. Came across. He had to make sure he got the ball, and he damn well did.
Yeah, he's done well Longstaff tonight. People will criticise him, but he's done well. I think he's done well tonight. They're coming on from Fulham now.
Yeah, they are. Raul Jimenez is coming on as well.
Is that Tosin? Tosin, I should say.
Tosin, yeah. Harrison Reed and Diop have gone off, so I'm not sure how Deco Dover reads the other one, sorry. So it's not Muniz that's coming off. So he's left two strikers up there. I think he made three changes here, Billy. I think he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's already made two, hasn't he?
Palini is coming on as well. So I think that's three. I'm trying to see. There's nothing come up on the TV. Tell me who's gone off. I'm sure he's made three changes. Yes, he has. Diop, De Cordova Reed, and Harrison Reed all off and replaced by Tosin, Jimenez and Palini. So, well, he's going all out, Billy. 20 minutes to go. He's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's changed his defenders over. You know, I thought an extra man up front might have helped him. You might as well lose 5-0 as 2-0, mightn't you?
Yeah. And Lukic now for Fulham clips it in towards the far post, but Trippier's there. Trippier does really well and gets the ball to Miley. Brilliant defending again from Trippier. Miley breaks forward, and Miley now brings the ball forward. Anthony Gordon now cuts back inside on his right foot. Gordon, who's come into this game in the last few minutes.
He has, yeah.
Miley now down the left-hand side as Newcastle look to finish this game off. Dan Byrne plays it to Bruno. Bruno has a look, see what's available. Out to Fabian Schär on the halfway line. Schär rolls it across to Botman. Botman in space to Bruno. To Longstaff.
Better, isn't it?
Fabian Schär, much better. Much better. I don't know why we can't play like this, for long periods of the game.
It's as if we've waited for their big guns to come on before we start playing.
Yeah. Long ball played towards Kieran Trippier, and Willian has to do the defending there for Fulham. Jimenez is fouled, and that's sorry, it's not Jimenez. Longstaff is the man that's penalised. It was Lukic that went down. But Fulham are running out of time, Billy. 18 minutes plus stoppage time left. They've got to get one back soon, you would feel.
Yeah, you know, he's gone early enough, Silva. He's given every chance. And I think we might just go into that 4-5-1 situation now.
Yeah. Byrne gets ahead on that, and then Botman clears away. And Fulham go back to the goalkeeper. It's going to be a very interesting final third of the game. That's for certain. I mean, most of this game has been Fulham pressing us and attacking, but we're 2-0 up, and that's all that counts. As Robinson bursts forward, he's got Willian to his left. This is a good break by Fulham. Willian gets to the edge of the box, clips a beautiful cross in, but Dan Byrne is there to head it away. Only goes as far as Raul Jimenez.
Put it out for the corner, Dan.
Yeah. I don't like them little flighty little headers. They don't put some meat behind it. Good play again from Anthony Gordon, forcing Fulham back. Tim Ream has it now for the home side. Again, Newcastle just taking that 4-5-1 shape, Billy.
Yeah, this is good. This is going to be it now. It's the end of the game. I think 2's enough to defend till the end of the game. I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, that looks lively, but is he pressing? Not really. He just allowed them to come on to us now.
Yeah, and Jimenez not getting through Dan Byrne there at all.
Defending. Outstanding, Byrne, that.
Oh, that's a bit sharp, poor from Miley, but Botman is there to clear the ball.
It's Bruno there flicking. Stop the flicks around your penalty area. It's ridiculous.
Fulham have a throw in on the far side, level with the penalty area. I think Miley just a weak little ball back there to Botman.
I don't think it's Miley. I think it's Bruno's flick. I think it's Bruno's flick. It was an awful flick. Just on the edge of your penalty area. You don't do that.
Well, Jacob Murphy is done, and he's going to be replaced by Tino Livramento. So we got 74 minutes out of Jacob Murphy. Great to see him back. Should have had a goal tonight. There's no doubt about it. But look, big smile on his face as he applauds the Newcastle fans. It's good to see him back. Not really in the game a lot, but like it's his first game back after a nasty injury. It's good to see him back. And 74 minutes in the tank, Bill. He'll do him the world of good.
Absolutely. He'll be all the better for that on Tuesday night. I guess he's going to play again. Unless Mickey recovers from his illness.
Yeah. Said with tongue in cheek. Anyway, the play's back underway again. Still Newcastle lead by 2-0 in one of the strangest games of football you'd ever want to see. The performance has been, well, I think defensively, Billy, certainly second half defensively, we've been okay. They've never really threatened Dubravka, really.
There's 4 or 5 names that you can say have had really good games, and most of them have been defensive ones, to be honest.
Yeah. Dan Byrne certainly got better as the game's gone on. There's no doubt about that.
100%.
Interestingly, Billy, Tino Livramento's gone to play on the left.
Yeah, Gordon on the right, by the look of it. Yeah, he's down here in the bottom corner, look. So why didn't he bring Lewis Hall on for that job?
No idea. Anyway, here is Robinson for Fulham. Back to Tom Kearney. Kearney looks to see what's available. There's not a lot available for him, and he has to go back to Tim Ream. Ream out to the left-hand side of Robinson again. Robinson checks back. Played back to Tim Ream again. The Fulham are finding it very difficult now to break us, Billy. They're having to go backwards all the time now. The
difference between this and PSG is there is a little bit of pressure coming in the fits and starts, and PSG didn't have that. They were just pinging it in as when they wanted to. But at least here there's a little bit of pressure coming in fits and starts. We look much more solid.
But there's a chance for Fulham now on the right-hand side. It's launched into the box. Jimenez! He's just over the bar. And he kind of out-jumped Botman there. I don't think Botman realised that Jimenez was there.
No, he didn't get a shout from the keeper, did he? He should have been. He just let that go, hasn't he? It's weird.
Yeah, it's a looped ball into the box on the 6-yard line. And
he's not jumped at all. He's not had a shout.
That header's not far away, by the way. And look at Botman giving Dubravka the...
Yeah, tell him. He needs to know,
Rightly so. Yeah.
Poor goalkeeper. Nick Pope would have been shouting from the bottom of his bellows of his lungs there to get away.
Well, most goalkeepers would. I don't know why he didn't get a shout there.
Yeah.
Because, as soon as it went over the bar, Botman turned to him and absolutely roasted him. But still, Fulham, I mean, the frustration's going to grow as well for Fulham shortly. But they're coming down the right-hand side again, and Dan Byrne is there again to clear.
Brilliant. Brilliant defending.
I mean, he is really improved in this game. There's no doubt about that. We were giving him pelters first 20 minutes, half an hour, and all of a sudden, he's defended brilliantly second half.
Since that bang on the back.
Yeah, it seems to have woken him up. But the frustration will kick in for Fulham, Billy, as well, won't it? Because they're knocking on the door all the time. And so far, that door's remained shut. And it's only a certain amount of... Botman missed that. It fell to him. And there's Robinson with a drive is wide.
Yeah, Livramento didn't cover himself in glory there, I've got to say.
Absolutely not. He should have... Very lazy player. But Botman misjudged the header completely. And I think Jimenez thought Botman was going to clear that. If not, Jimenez had a simple header there, Billy.
I think this is a system change. I think he's gone 5 at the back when we haven't got the ball. I think he's pulled Burn in a little bit, and Livramento's playing as a left wing back.
Yeah, Burns definitely tucked in more, no doubt about that. Great bit of play there from Miley to win the throw in. And Miley again going backwards, but found Botman. Nice bit of play. Here's Dan Burn now. Burn looks for the support, plays a lovely ball into Longstaff. Livramento back to Longstaff.
Give it Isaac.
It's a beautiful ball through for Livramento. Tino Livramento against Tim Ream. He's trying to play it to Gordon on the right, and it's cleared away for a corner. Just not quite right conviction there, Billy. And I think he was in two minds whether to shoot or give it to Gordon, to be honest.
It was a lovely little run, wasn't it? When we've got the ball, he's playing as a left-hand side winger, isn't he? But when we haven't got the ball, we're stepping into a back five. But fantastic run to get into the situation, but then he didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
But again, it's a corner, and we've been dangerous from set pieces tonight, haven't we?
Definitely. I mean, if we get a third, it's game over. I mean,
ITV4 just stop the stream. I think they'll just cut off and say, we're not having any more of this.
In comes the corner from Trippier again to the near post, but Bruno couldn't get the flick on. I mean, that he did play that for Bruno. To be fair, It wasn't a poor, it wasn't a poor corner. But Newcastle keep the ball in and win a throw in.
Well played. Well played.
I mean, the commitment's there. There's no doubt about it. They've struggled in this game, Newcastle. But again, one thing we can't complain about is the commitment. It's there. And a bit of a delay here.
We're making a change, or someone making a change?
I'm not so sure. If they aren't looking at that as a... Are they looking at a possible red card there? Surely not. They were, you know. I mean, he was nowhere near the man.
Ridiculous.
What is football coming to, man? Seriously. Anyway, Trippier has the ball near the halfway line now. He turns, lays it back to Fabian Schär. Schär has Botman, but he decides to use Dubravka. Guys, keep subscribing to the channel if you're new and you like what you see. Click the bottom right-hand corner, click subscribe, and come and be part of our incredible community, guys. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers today as well. You're very welcome on the channel. As Isak just couldn't take it there.
Oh, it was a terrific pass from Trippier, that.
It was, yeah. He just tried to take it on the outside of his right boot, didn't he? And just drag it into his run. But just miscontrolled it a little bit.
Kieran Trippier's been absolutely fantastic tonight.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. He has been brilliant. No doubt about it. Long ball by Lukic out to the right-hand side, but Dan Burn is there. Nods it down to Livramento, but heavy touch from him. And he hasn't played in a while, so he's going to be rusty as well. So, yeah. Kearney now for Fulham. Newcastle United keeping the door well and truly shut at the moment as Willian goes against Kieran Trippier. Plays it forward, little 1-2. Trippier read it brilliantly, and then a little back heel. That's brilliant from Newcastle. That's superb football from Newcastle. Bruno now lays it into Isak. Isak in loads of space to Miley. Miley has Livramento to his left. Dan Burn charging up like a raging bull on the... Look at him go! He's like a greyhound. Woof, woof! Go on, son! Play it out now to Miley again. He just slows play up a little bit. Little bit of a 1-2 with Livramento now. Livramento, it's not a good ball, but he's somehow won a throw in.
Terrible from Livramento, that. But yeah, nice football to get up the pitch there, wasn't it?
I mean, Billy Dan Burn was like he's still jogging back now. He's absolutely pagged. But I'll tell you what, he hasn't half improved this game. We were giving him pelters.
You wouldn't have given him a point for out of 10 tomorrow night, but since
absolutely
then
not.
He's been a 9, 10 out of 10, really.
Yeah, he's done really well. And good on him. You know what I mean? He could have put his head down, thought, oh, Christ, I'm having a stinker here. But he, well played. Well played. Because some players would just put their head down and try.
Oh, what a pass that is.
That's a foul on Longstaff. Indeed it is. Like we say, Billy, he could have put his head down. He could have just thought, yeah, bugger it. I'm not playing well and panic a little bit. But to be fair, he's got his head down. He's worked.
Absolutely, 100%. You got to give him credit for the character he's shown today, because he did have an awful first 25, 30 minutes. Since then, he's been fantastic. And also, I want to say that the midfielders played really well second half.
Oh, I'm not sure who Bruno was. Well, he tried to play Gordon in there, but it was absolute rocket shipped to him. No way on earth was Gordon ever going to get there unless he was Clark Kent. Anyway, Tim Ream has the ball forward now. Has to check back, lays it in, and Lucas brings it forward. I mean, Fulham, I think, look spent now, Billy, if I'm honest. 7 minutes left. I think that they're running out of ideas.
There you go. It's that 4-5-1 now. Livramento, they've gone back to back four. Yeah. But Livramento's soon back to defend. So there you go. There's the 5 shape there, look.
Corner to Fulham. Well done, Eddie Howe. As Alan Shearer is in with the Toon fans tonight. And I think he's just been recognised. And he's getting an ovation. He's right in the middle of the supporters, Billy, in that stand. Fantastic. There he is there, look. Proper fan.
There you
Get
go.
in, Big Al.
The best striker the Premiership's ever seen, in with his brethren. Fantastic.
Absolutely. And there's Dan Burn again to head away the corner.
What an outstanding jump that is.
That was unbelievable. He was like 4 foot above everybody else. He is Willian now for Fulham. Plays it out to the right-hand side to Tete. Got to get another cross in. He can, but Bruno's there to intercept it. Left-footed clearance for Isak, but to Isak battling away, falls over the ball, gets up, gets at it again.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Isak's fitness tonight, actually. I know he's been in fits and starts, so he hasn't been at it for the full 85 minutes, but he's still there about now.
I think he's been decent tonight, Billy. I really do. I think he's offered a lot. His passing in the first half wasn't quite there, as that drifts out to play for a goal kick to Newcastle United.
Yeah.
His passing, but his determination to take players on is there, Billy, which is what I'm saying. It's been really great to see.
Yeah, it's been a really good kind of. I know we've not had a lot of the ball second half, but we've contained Fulham really, really well. I think it's been a professional performance. I think this is the way we wanted to describe
Second half we have, yeah, absolutely. First half we were awful, and first 10 minutes of the second half I was thinking, oh, here we go again. But you know what? We've done all right. Second half. Sean Longstaff having a chat with Jason Tyndall now. A little bit of a delay to play because Kieran Trippier's down. I'm trying to see where he's getting treatment on. At the minute, he's just having a conversation with the physio. This doesn't look good, Billy. This looks like a calf muscle.
Yeah.
He's coming off.
Well, at least we've got cover there. But, I mean, he's been terrific tonight. It's more at least.
He's been absolutely superb tonight, but that's a worry for Tuesday, Billy, you have to say. But we do have cover there. As you say, Livramento can slot in there, no bother at all. We've been crying out for Livramento to play as well. So... interesting to see what we do with the subs. That's if Trippier comes off, of course. He's
Happy Blue Lake. No, Rachel is in the botch. She's a mod of the channel. So if I was you, I'd calm down with the caps and just behave yourself, mate.
Yeah, Happy Blue Lake. Don't know who you are, but Rachel is a big part of this channel. So yeah, Trippier's come off. Emil Kraft is on. Jordy Kev says he said it 10 minutes ago that he thought something was up with Trippier. Interesting. Anyway, we got 4 minutes plus injury time to go of the game. Newcastle leading 2-0. And it's been, I would say, the last 20, Bill, he's been quite comfortable.
It's been a bit of a cakewalk, hasn't it, the past 20?
Yeah.
We've just contained them. We've been professional.
I wouldn't have said that at half-time, Billy.
No, but and probably the first 10 minutes of the second half either. But
yeah,
since then, we've scored and we've started to take control of the ball. We look way more confident in what we're doing. And all in all, so far, it's been the exact kind of game we wanted.
Yeah. Here's Longstaff.
Stick with it for the last 10 minutes or so and just...
I tell you what, Jimenez is a dirty get. That was a tackle from behind that. That wasn't very pleasant, that, from Jimenez.
I've been really impressed with Longstaff tonight, by the way.
Yeah, I have. I mean, he took his goal really well. He's worked his ass off. You know, I mean, the midfield is still a worry for me, Billy, when we go up against the even better sides than Fulham.
Yeah.
I think some of the Fulham fans might question Marco Silva's team selection tonight, to be fair.
Yeah.
As if to say, you knocked out the one cup a few days ago. Why aren't you putting the proper tide out to go for it again in this one? Great play again from Bruno, and wins a throw in. Superb play by Bruno.
Brilliant.
Not at his best tonight, but that was really good.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm saying Longstaff's had a good game, because despite Bruno not being his best, we haven't looked, certainly the last half an hour. We've looked competitive in the middle of the park, and I think Sean Longstaff's been a big part of that. Plus, he scored, of course.
By the way, Jims has made a brilliant comment here. We've been slaughtering Dan Burn and Sean Longstaff lately, but it seems they are always the ones scoring in the important games. Massive respect for the two Geordie boys.
Well, I've never slandered Sean Longstaff. I'm a big fan of his.
Kraft, what a ball that is from Bruno to Miley, and then just a lovely touch by Miley down to bottom. And this game's done now. I think Fulham are spent. I think, Billy.
Yeah, they've run out of ideas. They've huffed and puffed without getting the house blown down. They've not looked like scoring, really.
Well, Dubravka had that one save.
But yeah, we've looked really comfortable, haven't we? And good.
Oh, was that a dummy from Isak falling to the floor? It was a brilliant one in the end.
Great ball as well from Miley.
And here's Livramento now on the edge of the box. Tino Livramento lays it to Bruno. Bruno might fancy this. He doesn't. Back to Longstaff. Longstaff has Kraft outside of him. I was itching for Bruno to hit that there, Billy. I mean, he was in a position to, but he seems very reluctant to pull the trigger at times.
Well, his shots on target ain't been great this season, have they?
No. Kraft now to Bruno. Flicks to Gordon, who flicks it on to Bruno. To Longstaff. To Kraft. To Longstaff. Nips it inside to Gordon. Gordon outside of his boot to Miley. Miley steps inside brilliantly. Oh, and then play. Yeah, it's unfortunate that from Miley because he could have played Isak in there, and he just missed. He mishit the pass, didn't he? Only hit it.
Yeah. How do you put the right ball in there? Isak was through.
Isak was through on goal. Yeah,
but it was a fantastic bit of football before that. The whole build-up before that was superb. Keeping hold of the ball, lovely little touches in the right areas of the pitch. Again, there's another one there. What a pass that is. Miley's
played a beauty through to Isak this time. Isak got Livramento. Livramento back to Isak. Oh, Isak does a little spin, comes to Miley. Miley's bundled down. No free kicks as the referee. Livramento wins it back. Isak. Oh, he's just lost the ball on the D. I thought that was going to be an Isak worldie there, Billy.
Yeah, I thought so as well. But yeah, we look the most dangerous of the two teams, to be honest.
Yeah, 6 minutes of additional time, guys, which we are now into. But that would have been a worldie goal. I just thought it was going to be one of those that we saw Isak just drive to the goal, Billy.
We've looked really good the past 5 minutes. We look dangerous. We look full of ideas again. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's took us this long to get going after the break. I don't know. But here come Fulham. But again, Cher stands tall and then gives it away. Not very good, that from Fabian. He's got to get back into position now. Yeah. Robinson on the left-hand side. Willian now, edge of the box. Willian cuts back onto his right foot. And then he's... Bruno's just clattered him. And the referee just said no foul. But here come Fulham again. Ball across his wit, too hardly hit. And it's come to Robinson on the other side. And who is there but Sean Longstaff to pick up the pieces and lays it to Anthony Gordon now, who decides to go for a jog down towards Parliament. Gordon cuts it back to Isak. Isak leaves it for, who's that? I think it's Bruno. I don't know who it is, Billy.
What's that?
Was it Bruno?
Yeah, well, I think it was.
Okay. It was shocking by him, by the way, but never mind. Christ. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, Billy, I never saw this score like 20 minutes gone in the game. I must admit, I thought it was going to be one of those nights where we just want to forget it again. But we are heading into the 5th round. That's a lovely ball, but great defending by Botman to get ahead on that. And Livramento, brilliant skill. And that's class from Livramento. He's looking for help. Nobody comes. And then Gordon is there available on the right-hand side. Kraft. I don't know where Gordon's gone. I think he's gone for a sit-down after that run. Botman now into Bruno. the movement's just so much better. I know Fulham are tiring, but they've got, well, saying that, they've made 5 changes. We've made 2.
Yeah, we've looked. The fitness has looked good tonight, although we didn't start the game until 30 minutes in. To be fair,
indeed. Here is Anthony Gordon now again, spins and runs at the Fulham defence. Emil Kraft's made a good run. Gordon not in any hurry to press too much. Bruno's knocked off the ball and Fulham break away again. Kearney for the home side. Willian is out to his left-hand side. Cher comes out to meet him, but Gordon's also got back. Gordon's pulling at his shirt, but the referee didn't see it. Well played, Anthony Gordon. Forced Willian to turn back. Lukic now round for 35 yards out. Thought about shooting. But Fulham had trying to knock the door down, but we had just remaining firm.
Yeah, 4 to 4.
Yeah. 3 minutes left, Billy. Robinson now. He's going to try and get a cross in. In it comes. It's a good cross. But Byrne is there again. Jimenez on the edge of the box. Tries a shot on the turn. It's wide of the net.
Yeah, in lucky Mexico.
Yeah, he wanted corner, Billy. I don't know why I went Chinese there. I have no idea. Of course, he's Mexican. Dan Burns been given the man of the match, Billy.
Yeah, interesting call. Given his first half an hour, but he's been fantastic since then.
Yep, absolutely. Anthony Gordon is coming off, and he is replaced by Matt Ritchie. Why not give the young'un a go? 3 minutes left, Billy. Why not put one of the kids on?
I don't know.
Anyway, 2 minutes left of the additional time. Dubravka sends it high into the London night sky, and it goes out for a throw-in. Marco Silva looking very annoyed, but it's his own fault, really. I think I'm sure the Fulham fans are going to look at that and say, well, hang on a minute.
Doesn't he? He looks very forlorn. He knows he's made a massive bollocks up tonight of his the way he's played the game, the selection of players, and even his subs have been piss poor, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we've actually looked better since he's brought his first team players back on.
Yeah, I agree.
Nevertheless, they just haven't had the killer touch at the other end, at the right end of the field. Billy, they've had a lot of possession, but one great save from Dubravka in the first half, and then that's been it, really.
We can get another one, yeah.
No.
Oh, Livermento, Christ.
Yeah, not a great ball.
I've got to be honest, I'd sooner see Lewis Hall out there than Livermento, but defensively...
Chance for Fulham. Tom Kearney, and that's an awful miss. Right on the penalty spot. All he had to do was put it in the back of the net. Yeah, and he's blazed it wide. Awful. He's nobody marking him. All he had to do was tuck it in, and that is a horrific finish by Tom Kearney. You'd expect better from him.
Oh, it really is poor, isn't it? Really,
and that would have made the last minute a bit more interesting, wouldn't it? But nevertheless, it's wide.
He couldn't hit Cal's ass with a banjo, could he?
No, absolutely. Around about 30 seconds left now of the additional time. Newcastle are heading into the 5th round. Incredibly, it didn't seem that way at a lot of times during the match, but this is very, very different. Newcastle have been resolute when they've not been playing very well, and in patches have looked really good, and they'll be able to turn their attention to a huge game at Villa Park on Tuesday night. Because whatever you say, Billy, we need to start winning Premier League games.
Well, we do indeed. Hopefully the Kieran Trippier substitution was just to protect him, really, because he's been brilliant tonight. Yeah,
absolutely. Luke's trying to get under Bruno's skin there. Bruno having none of it. The 6 minutes are up, but of course there was a substitution, but he's not going to allow time for that. It's all over. Newcastle United are into the 5th round of the FA Cup what I can only describe, Billy, is absolutely bizarre game of football.
Yeah, for the first 15, 20 minutes, even though we were awful, we should have been 1-up. I mean, Jacob Murphy's missed a chance, really.
Yeah.
But apart from that, Fulham took control, looked dangerous, without creating an awful lot. They had one chance, I remember, where Muniz mishit his shot, but Dubravka had to stretch to get to the ball. And after that, we've kind of got better for the 30 minutes. We've got better. We've never been at our best tonight. The second half, first 15 minutes, again, we were under the cosh a little bit, but never looked in any trouble. And then we kind of took control again,
I think from the 55th minute, Billy,
We played well within ourselves. Let's be honest.
Because we said, we said 10 minutes into the second half, we both said this is just like the first half. And then from that moment, we went and scored. And that is, 61 minutes. We went and scored the second. And then from then, I mean, we controlled it. I mean, Fulham huffed and puffed, but there was no way they were getting through us. And then we played some really good football towards the end of that game.
Yeah, I want to say we played well within ourselves, but at that time, some of the football was fantastic. Once we realised that the team we were playing weren't great, and they weren't. Let's be honest, they weren't great. We could have been got out tonight, we weren't. And then with Bruno started to come into the game, we started controlling things and hold them at arm's length. It was a professional performance, from my opinion.
Yep, I'd agree. Rachel says it's a win no matter how we get it, and I think that's important in the FA Cup. Certainly, when you play cup games, it's all about the result at the end of the day. Nobody's going to look back in history and say, "Oh, but the performance wasn't very good." We're having to do it the hard way in the cups this season. There's no doubt about it.
We're nowhere near our best yet. You can't say we didn't deserve to win the game because I think we've been clinical. Yeah,
we were clinical when we needed to be, and unfortunately, Jacob Murphy, it would have been a wonderful start for him coming back from injury, just to put his head down and bury that first opportunity like he did on the offside goal.
Yeah, I mean, it was ridiculous if he did it the other way around. We would never have been arguing, would we? Would have been one up after 10 minutes, and we probably took control of the game from then onwards. But I think we've conserved energy tonight. I don't think we've actually got out of second gear, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah, we weren't at full tilt. I know that much, but. Look, the thing is, Liverpool are live on TV tomorrow, and you can guarantee, Billy, that it will be all, a Jurgen Klopp loving before that game. So if you're a Norwich fan, I wouldn't even watch that until it kicks off.
We've got a Black Country derby before that. Then we've got the Liverpool, and we've got the draw tomorrow as well, haven't we?
The draw is tomorrow, yeah. The Black Country derby kicks off at quarter to 12, doesn't it, in the morning?
They don't like each other, them two.
No, they don't
like each other, them two.
No. And of course, I got pillared for this last season, of course, when I said they had Brummie accents, and I'm wrong, aren't I, Billy? That it's not Brummie. Black Country. So still awaiting Alex. I don't know where he is. He should be on with us shortly. Barbara says, great show by the team and the Toon review, Paul, Billy, and Alex. Thank you very much. Fulham had thrown the game away from the start. Probably the only reason this lackluster performance got us a win. Well, look, let's not be too overcritical here. We've still won the game. I mean, I think when Burns scored that second goal, we seemed to, I don't know, it seemed that the football started to flow then, as if the pressure was off.
We were strolling, weren't we, then after that? After the second goal, we were strolling.
Yeah.
But all we want is a home tie against anybody. And, get through this. Next round, we win the quarterfinals and one game from Wembley, so...
Yeah, exactly, because, of course, the semi-finals of the FA Cup are at Wembley. Whatever you think of that, they are at Wembley, which is bollocks for me. But the old days where they used to be at Villa Park and Old Trafford and things like that, and then the final was special. And I still think it takes the shine a little bit off the FA Cup, Billy. Having the semi-finals at Wembley.
Well, yeah, it used to be years ago. It used to be Hillsborough, Main Road, Villa Park. Anywhere, Highbury. And it really was an achievement to get to the final because that was the game that was at Wembley. But
got a super chat from Spike Milligan. Thank you very much, Spike. He says, not our best game, but a win is a win. How are the lads? And I think that's how we'll look at it, Billy. I think, Eddie Howe will know we weren't at our best tonight, but what he'll say to the players is probably, we've got the win. Let's put that in the bank now, and we look ahead to a very tough game at Villa Park on Tuesday evening.
Yeah, I mean it's a massive game for us if we want to get up that league table and catch Aston Villa. And we need to go there and get a positive result, don't we? I think we can do it. I don't think Villa have been great. I'm not a fan of the way they play. They play a very high line. I think it could be made for an Alexander Isak masterclass. And we shall see if we've got the legs to do it. But I don't think we've wasted too much energy tonight by any stretch of the imagination.
No. I mean, yeah, we've had defending to do, but we weren't chasing the ball around, were we? It wasn't park the bus by any stretch of the imagination. Guys, still nearly 1,600 watching. Thank you very much. Do subscribe to the channel if you're new and like what you see, guys. Bottom right-hand corner. And let's see how close we can get to this 27,000. We should be hitting it very, very soon, thanks to you guys. Brilliant result from the lads today. We still got a lot of work to do, but I'm grateful for the win, and it's always better when the goals come from the Geordie boys. And here he is. Alex. We won.
We did indeed. Hard work.
What did you think of that second half?
Better. Much, much better. Well, the fact that we got another goal was important. The final 20 minutes were a lot more solid. Dan Burn definitely grew into the second half. I think the goal was the catalyst for that. I thought he was poor up until he scored the goal, and then it just gave him loads of confidence. He won absolutely everything in the air. I mean, I don't know why Fulham kept deciding to play the long switch, because Dan Burn's going to win them every day of the week. They were basically playing to his strengths, which was a bit odd. Whereas in the first half, they were doing the opposite. I think losing Harry Wilson was the big downfall for them, that he just kind of swapped. But yeah, decent. 2 set-piece goals. We managed to turn it on a little bit in the final 20 minutes and find some passes and some rhythm. Good from some of the substitutes. It wasn't pretty, but we got the job done.
And I think, Billy, we've been talking about that, haven't we? Getting the job done, making sure the job is done in a professional way. And I think you mentioned it actually in commentary. It was a professional performance. Yeah,
I mean, we were never under any real danger of conceding, I don't think. And even though we didn't have a lot of the ball for a lot of periods of the game, they never troubled our goalkeeper apart from one shot. So, yeah, I thought we defended really well. I thought Trippier, Cher and Botman were fantastic for the whole game. And Burn was fantastic 35, 40 minutes on. So, defensively we were solid. I thought Bruno came into the game much more second half. But Miley and Longstaff were both very good. And in the end, we could have won by more. I mean, Murphy's chance aside, we controlled it at arm's length, I thought.
Yeah. Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat. He says, Miley was man of the match for me. He was all right. He was good. I'd say Trippier or Longstaff for me tonight. I think Trippier was brilliant. Paul Tully says, I hate these games being spread over 4 to 5 days as well. Yeah, well, that's just TV these days. It's what we've got to get used to now. Susan says, what a lush second keeper we have in Dubravka. Yeah, Dubravka played okay tonight. Didn't have a lot to do, to be fair. Made that great save in the first half. He had one down to his left in the second, which was powder puff. And that was it. But apart from that, he commanded his area quite well. Bilbo says, if I was Lewis Hall, when the summer comes, I would seriously think, is it worth signing for us under Eddie?
He's a project in the mate. He's a future, isn't he? He's there for the future. Absolutely no doubt about that.
He didn't get on tonight. I'm a bit surprised at that, to be honest. Again, Matt Ritchie comes on instead of Lewis Hall, which it's a little bit bizarre for me. Paul Charlton says, that's the best away support I've heard on TV all season.
It was very good, wasn't it? I was very impressed.
Well, that's because there was no home support, hardly. I guess that's one of the reasons.
Well, yeah.
There's nobody there. But you know what it is? Alex says, we look forward to Tuesday night. I think it's sort of job done, isn't it? And we go again Tuesday night. It's a much more difficult game. No disrespect to Fulham, but Villa have those kind of opportunities in possession. They would probably hurt us more. We've got to be better on Tuesday night.
Yeah, well, we've got to play the way we did in the final 20 minutes. Fair enough. Fulham did kind of back off a little bit, but we can't be in second gear. Especially that first half, I would say Miley, Longstaff and Burn specifically were in second gear. Bruno and Shah lost the ball a few times as well, weren't switched on. Isak and Gordon were to a point not overplaying, over dribbling, I thought. It's probably the right way of describing it. So just a few little teething problems. Murphy, you can excuse because he's kind of just maybe getting back into it. Fine, we can ignore that. But the others that I've mentioned, we need to hit the ground running a bit better than that against Villa, or we will get stuffed. We've managed to do a nice snatch and grab, 2 decent set-piece goals. They had no threat up front. They lost Mitrovic. Jimenez didn't come until late. They had no teeth up front. Villa do. Yeah. We've got to be better. We've got to do what we did in the sort of the final half an hour and more to get anything against Villa.
We've got a super chat coming from Roblox. Thank you very much, mate. He thought we missed Miggy's running down the right and pressing in the box. We won, but I thought we were a bit flat for a lot of the match.
Strange, because I think Trippier's looked the strongest defensively he's looked for weeks without Miggy there in front of him, to be honest. Yeah, I do. But are you worried about Trippier, guys? Are you, Sophia? Thank you for your super sticker as well. Very much appreciated, and welcome back.
Yes, absolutely.
A huge welcome back to Sophia in the chat. Are we worried about Trippier's fitness for Tuesday?
Well, he's
No,
walked
it
off.
looks all right.
I mean, he's walked off. I think it's more precautionary than anything. I think he'll be on the pitch on Tuesday, and I think he'll be our club captain sometime next week, announced officially. I think.
Interesting.
See what happens with Lascelles.
We certainly will. Right. Alex and Billy will be doing their Patreon podcast tonight, Match Reaction. If you're not a member of the Patreon gang, head across there. The link is in the description. It's a small monthly fee, but you get extra content from the Toon Review away from the camera. So podcasts to listen to when you're walking the dog or in the gym or in the car, that type of thing. They'll be doing their instant reaction over on there. I'll be doing one right here on YouTube, so that'll be uploaded a little bit later on as well. But listen, it's a win. We've got smiles on our faces. It's 2 Geordies on the score sheet as well, which is even better. And we go again. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, we will be with you for the match review. We'll take a more in-depth look at the game and, of course, give you our player ratings. The Villa preview will come on Monday night. Then we go again with Matchday Live on Tuesday night. So plenty coming up. Samsonite Dove, thank you for gifting a Toon Review membership. That's very, very kind. Thank you for all your super chats, your new memberships, and of course, welcome to all our new subscribers from the show. Hope you enjoy being a subscriber of the Toon Review. Thank you to Billy and Alex. Don't forget, I'll put it on socials later on about when everything is uploaded for the match reactions. But until tomorrow, we will see you soon. It's a good night from me. Good night from them.
Get our ball in first. Come on.
Come back and check out some green.